Alrighty, what is up everyone? I'm here with more runs. Today we're gonna be grinding like a motherfucker. We're gonna be grinding hard and fast. You guys know how I like it. But yeah, I got my game load up. Also, other fun news, I got a new controller, so we're gonna be trying that out today. So type a letter C if you're watching the VOD in the comments for controller gang. Where my controller gang at? Right before stream, I did just switch out the thumbstick cap on. It feels good. I did test it out a little bit before going live here, and this new controller is feeling pretty swanky. But yeah, I have been getting kind of fucked up in this level lately, so I'm just gonna practice that a bit. Practice this level. Now I got my old controller as a backup right here as well, so let me just roll that up right here. That off to the side. Also, other great news, I got a free pizza coming today at some point. Just gotta hit the button to order it and then I'm good. So that's gonna be exciting. What's up, Donato GTM? Interesting thought. What's up, Bex? Nice stream yesterday, you slag. What's up, Blue Eye and Michael? What's up, a couple people getting here in the YouTube chat. What's up, Yuki and Piccolo? Good to see you guys. Real quick, I am going to update something. In other news, I finally posted all of the VODs for the 120% Shuffler full playthrough in 3 parts on my VODs channel. All you got to do is type !Shuffler in the chat or !VODs in the chat. And let me just make sure both of those bot commands work on YouTube real quick. But yeah, welcome everyone just getting here right now. I think my my YouTube bot needs a moment to... Yeah, now the YouTube bot's here. And let me do this also. I have to update the command on YouTube because the bot doesn't work until you actually go on YouTube. Oh, my Twitch activity feed died. Let me load that. Oh, and it's completely dead now. Refusing to work. That's fun. So I'll use this one. Gotta use the stream elements. So yeah, just getting all set up here. Welcome everyone, just getting here right now. Good to see you all. I'm over here. I'm off camera. I'll point the camera towards me. You guys know I'm here. Hi. Description. Save. Okay, I think this is all correct there. Okay. Small thing. Do this. Yeah, and let me update that shuffler command on YouTube. I think that should work. Does it? I don't think Bot Rix isn't doing anything, but whatever. I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm going to get back to the game. But yeah, just follow the VODs channel, guys. !VODs in the chat, or check out that link I put there. We finally got the whole playthrough posted, which is good because there were parts during it where I dropped frames, you know, and whatnot, like an Alpine. So now I got the actual local recordings all there, all slapped together, all stitched together and stuff. No BRBs, no fucking, no speed runs or whatever, like I was partially doing. Just a clean 3-part, triple 12-hour video vibe to go to sleep to. Yeah, the link to download is in those VODs as well. Just click on the check out the videos I have on my VODs channel, and there's the link to the download in the description there. But hey, what's up, Laura? Good to see you in Time Traveler. Got a new controller today. It's feeling solid. Oh wait, how do you do moon jumping? Oh, there we go. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm bad at this. Need to practice this. Yeah, we're breaking in a new controller here. Thank you for the $2.67 dicks over rice. Might be having some dicks over rice tonight. Got a bunch of leftovers. I made fried pork chops last night. Those were really good. I made, I still got some leftover fried chicken from when Sarah got KFC the other day. And I got some leftover lime chili chicken that I made as well, not fried. Bunch of beans and rice. But it's annoying because I have to order the free pizza today if I am going to order it. You know what I mean? Or else because the coupon expires tomorrow. So I might wait till like late tonight after Sarah and I dig into plenty of leftovers and then it's like, all right, we're tired of this. Might do that. What's up, Mark? Yeah, see how I'm fucking this up like crazy? Get back over here. Let's turn on Sparks again. Where's the menu? Oh yeah, let me, I have to configure this every time. I have to make the save button start and the load button R3, yeah. MISC settings, Sparks, Perma Sparks. Show that on teal. Okay. I have to remember to do that every time I get into these save states, so that way practice is more efficient. Salmon fried rice. That sounds delicious. Yeah, I'm doing this jump kind of badly. I've been struggling with this jump actually the last couple days. Need to get my head into it here. Here, let me make a save state up here. And let's reload the area and load the save state. Yeah, I gotta be not afraid to jump out for a longer. Nice, and do this, and do this. Yeah, that's better. Curving it harder left like that. Going harder right and curving harder left. That's better. That's much more comfy. Let's head over to Clifftown. You do that jump every morning after breakfast, man. You sound just like me for real. Welcome, Bull Market. You just got done watching all of the VODs I posted today, all 29 hours of them. Even though I just posted them like an hour or two ago. Thank you. That's true dedication right there. Man watching on like 20 times speed. Yeah, get some Mama Proxy practice. Yeah, we're doing it. Today's going to be kind of a more grindy day, I think, in this category. I don't know if I'm going to do any Spyro 2 today. I don't think I will. I'm feeling this category right now. Also got a new controller, so just trying to break it in and do that whole shebang. How long does it take to break a new controller in? I don't know. I mean, it just depends. Like, at least a session or two, you know, at least. Sometimes longer. I mean, it's not that there's anything physically wrong with the or like anything that needs to be physically broken in about the controller. It's just more just getting used to it. That's really all it is. Getting used to all of its little quirks and features. Like, for example, on this controller, the buttons are sharper on they have like sharper edges. So like, it feels different compared to what I'm used to with the blue controller. The transparent PS2 controllers tend to allow the buttons to depress further into the controller, so they tend to feel less sharp compared to this black one that I'm using. Late model black one. Null Roll, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well today. Quick disclaimer, I'm not able to see how many months people have been subbed today because my Twitch activity feed died. So if you redeem any channel point, anything, I'm not going to see it, I don't think. Using my backup feed here. What's up, Dividend? 2 months from 2 years. Nice. Yeah, getting close to the rainbow dragon. Very nice. Yeah, where did the time go? Well, it went into this stream, I suppose. What's up, Razmachaz? Went right into my pockets. My dirty, grubby hands. But yeah, thanks for watching all these years now. No roll. Legend. Alright, I'm doing good here. I'm gonna try to, do it from back here. There we go. Now I'm feeling more comfortable with this. You work 200 hours a week? Yeah, respectable. Oh, those are the worst. Those really hurt your soul. I'm getting them pretty consistent now, though. I gotta set a save state back around this corner here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, like right here. That's not gonna work. Do this and then do that. Alright, I should probably try some ILs here now that I'm feeling comfortable with this. I might as well just finish up the IL of this level here. Let's start from here. The hard part is coming up here, so... Where do you get more views, YouTube or Twitch? Probably on Pornhub. I'm gonna be completely honest. No, I get the same viewership on both platforms when I'm live streaming. Give or take a couple dozen viewers. You love the Corgi profile? Thank you. I'm glad. I'm never gonna get rid of it. It's iconic. Let me start from down here one more time. Oh, also, you know what I want to do? Turn off and on the analog, just out of superstition. Oh yeah, that actually feels way better now. Now I feel comfy. And now it feels right. That's a weird thing. I don't know if it's like this in other games, but you have to, if you use analog stick in this game, you don't have to, but it helps to turn off and on the light down here, because I think it like recalibrates the dead zone or something. It's really weird. It's kind of like how with GameCube controllers, like when you plug them in and you're holding the stick in a direction, it'll set the dead zone, it'll set the neutral position to wherever you're pointing it. Just a weird like quirk type thing. Which platform is better to support me? Dude, either one, man. Don't overthink it. Just like, hey, I see you're on YouTube right now, Dividend. You want to hit me with a super chat, you know, even just a $1, hey, that works for me. Or if you want to be generous, maybe gift a membership, $5 to $10, I think both the membership levels are. Do whatever your heart tells you, my friend. Yeah, it's the same either way, whether you go to Twitch and do like the Twitch sub or do it through YouTube or the direct donation. It's all the same difference. Let's go over to, what's it called? Let's head over to Blowhard. Been kind of fucking up Blowhard lately. If I world record, all right. Well, it looks like I'm not getting. Looks like I'm not getting $20 from you. You might as well have just said I'm not donating to you. You might as well have just said that. That's all right though. Thanks for watching, man. Hey, you don't gotta tease me now. You don't gotta tickle my balls. I get enough of that already from your mother. Ooh. Ooh. Getting sassy. Just playing around. No hard feelings. Just having a laugh. She's been busy, huh? Yeah. Let's try the whole level again. I'm kind of fucking up. Wow, how did that miss everything? That was like the worst gem RNG on planet Earth. Let's stay a little further back here, so that way, yeah, it's a little more, collects a few more. Oh, and then don't short hop that. Did I see the new Kendrick Lamar diss track? No, but basically he just calls Drake a pedo, right? Is that the TLDR? Or a predator or whatever? Am I caught up? Dude, I've been playing fucking RuneScape like crazy, and everybody in the damn Guardians of the Rift is like, yo, Kendrick versus Drake. Kendrick is base. Dude, it's like the most fucking, I don't mean to say like it's the most NPC thing ever, but that's like the NPC talk of the day is like, dude, Kendrick dissed Drake so hard. It's like, okay. I don't care about Drake, by the way. I don't defend him or anything. But I can't be arsed. They're just two artists that I don't really care about. Like, maybe if I listen to more Kendrick, maybe I can... Like, I haven't heard the new song. Like, to be fair, I have not, like, exposed myself to, like, their whole discography or anything. So maybe if I heard more Kendrick, I'd appreciate him more, but... They're just not artists I particularly am too involved with. Favorite artists? Probably... favorite artists. Anytime someone asks me, like, just, like, favorite band or something, like, Cassiope is a really good one, like, 80s jazz fusion. I don't know, I've been listening to Linkin Park Meteora instrumentals. That's been dope. Speaking of hip-hop, really digging MF Doom, but also some other like late 90s hip-hop like Organized Confusion, for example, banging. Listen to a lot of video game music, so like, you know, Mega Man, all that shit. There's a fucking sick-ass song I'm gonna be putting in my new video from a PlayStation game called F1 Rally, or F1 something Championship. There's like a really sick-ass song from there that I first heard from one of those like YouTube liquid drum and bass PlayStation playlists. I really like that one song that's like Breakcore in a Nutshell. If you look up Breakcore in a Nutshell, I like that. That shit's banging. So yeah, there you go. There's just a few picks of mine. Do I like Chick Corea? Yeah, of course. Rest in peace. My old drum teacher gave me a CD of Romantic Warrior. And of course, like, you know, that blew my mind. It's a good album. The Police is really not one of my favorite bands. I'm not like a classic rock kind of guy. Like, The Police is like a good rock band, it's, you know, for sure. But there's just like not my, I don't know. Doesn't do it for me. It's fine to listen in the background of like a restaurant or something. It's just not something I listen to much on my own. You'll also donate $20 if I get a world record. Man, guys, I'm losing a lot of money today. I'm losing a lot of potential profits here. I could get world record today. We'll see. I'm starting to feel pretty warmed up now. I'll probably hop into runs soon. Whoa. Chikorita? Yeah, that's his name. Okay. Anywhere else I want to live? Might as well try a few rats and then let's get into it, shall we? Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go to Jock real quick and just look at single cake one more time. I'm going to try to do it the way Ash does it. Instead of jumping up early, I got to like wait and then do a single jump and charge. Because the way I do it is I do like 2 jumps, like a jump and then a jump charge. But Ash just does like 1, basically. Dude, every fucking time with this goddamn shit. I got to not aim that way. Okay, well, I guess I gotta practice this now. Yeah. Like, aim it, like, falling back behind the fool there does help with the timing. Can you get into Nasty's loot early with the practice codes? Yeah, I think there's, like, codes that you can just open the dragon heads. There is also a trick you can do in the vanilla game to get into Nasty's loot early, but I'm assuming you're not talking about that. You're just talking about opening the dragon heads with hacks, basically, right? That does exist in the current update of the... Okay, so what I need to do is I need to flame him and then do that. Like, really set up my shit. Like, get all the way around and then go. I need to set a save state over there. Let me just do it from the top one more time, though, since I'm done. Ugh. Bad. Okay, I'm setting a save state right the fuck here. Or like that, okay. Yeah, like that. That's how Ash does it. Try doing it like that. Yeah, there you go. Like that. Oh, almost. It's a lot easier to get the upward momentum with this version. Dude, why is it not fucking going in? Fuck this fucking game. Love it. I just love it. No. Oh, wow. And then that works, and then I missed the key. Like, are you fucking kidding? Is there no room for error here? I mean, no. Basically, I'll lose a world record if I fuck up any of this. Basically. Try the whole thing one more time. Try the whole shebang. Annoying, so fucking annoying to miss that guy. I don't know how the fuck Ash gets that guy every time. Terrible. It's just so, ever so, like, awkwardly too slow, that fucking shit. Yeah, it's Play it slow. It's so important. Yeah, you have to fully fucking magic stare him. Ugh, almost. I almost had it all very clean there. Okay, one more time and then we'll do a run. Or one more time, then we'll do rat proxy, then we'll do a run. Understandable. That's fine. I would be totally fine with that in a run. Okay. Let's head over to rat proxy and then we'll do a run. Definitely getting a little more comfortable there in Jock. I'm glad I did that in practice. Got to practice all the rustiest levels. A little too far right. I got to do this. That's good. That would be good in a run. Too far right there. Ah, fuck. Pressing right too. I gotta hold charge just a little longer. There we go. Perfect. Literally perfect attempt there. Yeah. I think I forgot what the code is to actually open the heads. I want to try it just for funsies because someone was asking about it earlier. There's a code that you can just open the heads from the home world. Let me see. I have my cheat sheet over here. L2 3 times for Twilight Harbor. Did that work? Maybe I gotta open this guy. Flaming wall look, OCD, if I flame and I don't hit anything, it's basically pointless. Yeah, okay, L2 3 time open that. It's just for fun. You'll see most runners doing it. It's just for fun. It's just to keep the buttons pressing, to keep the APM up. That's all it is. It's not really, it doesn't have a speed effect. I mean, how could you resist? It's really one of those things. How could I resist flaming pointlessly in the air? Every runner does it, and I think it speaks to something about the human psyche when you're trying to do something like fast. It's like, you just want to press button. It's like if you have the opportunity to press a button, you just press it. That's all it is. It's not anything deeper than that. There's Nasty and R1 for this. There's loot. And then you can close them as well, I think, right? Yep, you can close them. Let's just open them all up. Open them and close them. There we go. They're fucking dancing. Alright. Cheater. Yeah, no more cheating. Let's do some runs. Actually, yeah, let's do some runs. I feel ready. Since I get that question a lot, I'm gonna make a command that answers the flame thing. Do I have a flame command? Yep, there we go. I already have a command for it. That's funny. Past me was already ready for that. Also, by the way, Track and XC, thank you for the Prime. Just saw that. He said they changed the Prime sub UI on mobile and it hurts my brain cells. Yeah, classic Twitch. All right, let's do a run. Who's ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, rolling. Oh, it's been peaceful.
So yeah, here's hoping for a good day of runs. I mean, I'm not expecting greatness or anything, but anything approaching that would be delightful. As always, the goal is to just kind of get a good pace out of Mama Proxy and just clutch up at that point. Until then, we're just basically going to be chilling. But thanks for the good lucks, everybody. Been going for half an hour. I'm hoping that I could at least get this grind going for at least, you know, the 3-hour mark on stream today. Or up to that. Put in a good... From this point of starting runs, put in a good 2.5 to hopefully even more than that. Just depends how I feel, how tired I get. I did stay up till 3 a.m. last night playing RuneScape. I am genuinely addicted to the rune crafting minigame, Guardians of the Rift. I'm just straight up addicted to it. Like I've never been like properly like this addicted to RuneScape before. It's like a problem because I'll just fucking. You just get in a zone where you're just doing this mini game over and over. It's like, and then right when it ends, you just get in line to do it again, you know? And the music's a vibe, and, you know, it keeps you engaged enough that it's like, it just keeps your brain, like, in a constant circular state, you know? Yeah, I actually really like, the more I've been playing Guardians of the Rift, the more I like it. And I feel like there's still stuff about it that I don't fully understand, but like for the most part, like it's pretty fun. And even when like you fail the mini game and like the dude dies and you have to start again, it's even funnier then because everyone who's playing is like fucking Iron Men because there's two types of accounts on RuneScape. There's normal accounts, mains they're called, and then there's Iron Men that aren't allowed to trade. You know, it's like a self-imposed restriction. So it's like anytime because the minigame's like a group effort of like a bunch of players, Iron and Main. So anytime, even though it has nothing to do with Iron Man, anytime you fail the minigame, it's always just like fucking Irons, dude, ruining this fucking minigame every time. Get it together, Irons. Wake up. Fucking Iron Man, dude, every time. So it's just fun. It's just funny to see people just like meme at each other like that. People always shitting on Irons. I love that in Guardian of the Rift. It cracks me up. Amongst other just crazy banter, people just saying like, "Yo, my dick is hard," you know, randomly during the first minute where everyone's like mining in the same spot. It's just funny. It's just a really funny mini game. It's like, I would say it's very like peak RuneScape, you know, you do like some activity with a bunch of players and, you know, it's kind of pointless when you take a step back. It's like, all right, we're just doing the same minigame over and over for rune crafting, which is just like a fucking bullshit skill that's useful for like nothing besides like getting the quest requirement, like, and that's it. But hey, fuck it, dude. Get my rune crafting up. Dude, RuneScape's all about pointlessly grinding a skill and having fun with it, so... I've been full on with the rune crafting lately. Come on. A little slow. Why Fletch? Are you asking Bex, or are you asking why? There's a skill in RuneScape called fletching. It's named after Bex, actually. Are you gonna put me on the TV? Yeah, we were watching you on the TV pretty much most of your stream last night. While I was playing RuneScape and getting drunk and shit. I definitely drank a good amount last night. I had one of those 99 mangoes and like 2 IPAs over the course of the night. I was a bit hungover. And yeah, I went to bed like it's like 4 a.m. I went to bed, and yeah, and I got up at the crack of noon. So I didn't actually sleep as much as I probably should have. So I mean, we'll see if the focus is there today in the game here. Oh, you need 91 rune crafting for the Karamja Elite. Okay, new goal. You just gave me a new goal. Duradel's already my Slayer Master, so yeah, there you go. Now I have a new goal. Once I hit 91 rune crafting, I'll try to do all the Karamja diaries. What other annoying requirements are there for that? Probably a lot. Yeah, I know. All of that just to save a few seconds, you know, to like talking to a Slayer Master. So yeah, you just gave me a new benchmark. 91 rune crafting. I did get an abyssal needle and all of the pouches. So once I hit I think what is it, like 75 rune crafting, I can make the giant's pouch. Or maybe it's like 85, I don't know. That's gonna be a while though. That's gonna take fucking forever, because once you get into like the 70s and 80s, I'm only at like just to give you guys perspective, I'm only at about like I'm about 400,000 rune crafting experience, and each the mini game that I'm doing, Guardians of the Rift, is about 60,000 experience an hour if you're playing like well. And to get up to like 91 rune crafting, like we were saying earlier, that's like 6 million experience. That's almost like, how many hours is that? 6 million divided by 60,000, and that's how many hours you have to spend in that mini game. Oh, that's not gonna work. What's up, Allie? Just about to use gaming laptops. You want? Hey, congrats. Looking forward to the lesson later tonight. All right, this should work. We're good. This might be even with PB. We'll see. This actually is not dead yet. What's up, Cyber Dre? Sounds like a lot of wasted time. I mean, that's basically the point. Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. You know, it's better than just sitting on my phone watching, you know, YouTube or something. Doom scrolling. That's how I see it. Like, doing an addictive and repetitive task in an MMO, I'm not going to say it's like fucking the most productive thing ever, but if it's fun and, you know, you have something to show for it, you know, it's like there's worse ways you could waste time. Stoked for the lesson. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. $290. Okay, I got even a couple extra gems and losing a few seconds, but we can bring this back. It's not dead yet. It's not great, obviously, but it's not dead. Yeah, Bex, I'm glad. I have 3 lessons lined up today and tomorrow total. So it's gonna be nice hopping in the call and hanging with people, seeing where they're at, seeing what the vibe is. And since we're talking about it, guys, I'll just mention it, you know, as I usually mention once per stream. I do offer speedrunning / mentality, sit down, hour-and-a-half Discord call with screen sharing lessons, or heart-to-hearts if you want to consider it like that. But yeah, like basically lessons for any skill level. If you're experienced in speedrunning, or if you're curious about Spyro 1, or you're curious about like your next steps in speedrunning, especially as it pertains to Spyro, original Spyro trilogy speedrunning. Because obviously that's my area of expertise, but also it's also talking about like mentality and emotional, you know, how to really do this hobby in a productive, positive way instead of like just fucking grinding until you burn out and hate it, you know. So if that type of discussion or, you know, one-on-one you think might be helpful for you, dear person listening to me, whether you never have done a speedrun before or you're just getting into it or you've been doing it for a while, if that sounds like something you're interested in, I charge $40 for an hour and a half to sit down and just really go one-on-one with where you're at in speedrunning and in life, you know, even. And if that sounds like a ripoff and you're like, Deo, that is the most greedy thing ever that you would charge money just to help me, well, the good news is that, and I will fully disclose, that if you just want help, like in a game, or you just want to sit in a call with a speedrunner who can help you for free, you can do that on the Spyro Speedrunning Discord. So that is a poverty alternative for those of you guys who might still be interested in something like that, but don't necessarily want to pay me money to sit down with me specifically. So there's a lot of options, guys. I'm not saying my way is the only way. Okay, this is really bad. I think this might be a reset. I'll just continue for now. How did I blame the new controller? Can you make a command for? Yeah, please do. Please do, Bex. And Lozzie. I know I always like do like a little blurb about it every stream. Command would be pretty appropriate for that. All right, well, we are definitely losing. I'm gonna keep going for now since this run isn't like super awful. It's just not. It's probably not gonna PB at this point. But that's okay. Could be our warm up for today. Still feeling it for now. If it gets really bad, obviously I'll probably reset. But for now, it's playable. No use getting too into the resets too early with it. I do like this controller. I will say the button sensitivity isn't quite as nice as on the blue controller I have, but the stick is pristine. It's a good controller, though. Would I consider in-person lessons if someone was able to? Yeah. No. I'd consider that. Just really depends on who it is, you know. Like if it's a stranger and they're like, let me come to your house, you know, obviously it's gonna be a little weird. But if it's someone whose name I recognize, you know, who's been watching for a while, and you know, it just depends. Just DM me, you know, if it's anybody, like if anybody's genuinely curious or, you know, has like, oh, you know, financial issues or whatever, but I want to do it, just DM me. Just DM me and we can figure it out. Or like, hey, I'm in the area or whatever. Like, I'm very flexible, everybody. It's not like a hard and fast thing. If you brought a steak with the $40, then that would definitely help your odds for getting into my apartment for sure. Thank you for the tier 1 FM Towns party 10 minutes ago. I do appreciate that if you're still around. Thanks. We went on a walk and saw a doggy running around, and he saw a cat. It's the best day ever. Those are the little things that are very nice like that. Something like an animal can just make your day. A lot of people have like really cute dogs that they walk around this apartment that I'm at. So I always say hi to the doggies and their owners when I'm out on my rare walks. Bernie Sanders. What's up, llamas? Thank you for the good luck. I'm going to discuss with Hub if PAX next year we detour to you and start. Oh, that would be awesome. Where is PAX at? PAX East? Is it on the east coast of the USA? I'll go meet a Canadian guy A or something. It's in Boston. Yeah, that's not too crazy. I mean, that's obviously a drive, but, you know, Sarah and I could finagle that next year. I'm glad this year we're not spending, like, really too much money on traveling or anything. Like, we're just going to Missouri in June. I might even stay extra long in Missouri after Sarah comes back, just to really soak in the vibes. But then that's it. That's it for traveling this year. And I'm glad we're not going to any events or any GDQ or whatever. Just saving money, grinding. It's good to have a year off from all that stuff. Makes the heart grow fonder to come back the following year, you know? Make a video with Canadian Guy A about Spyro 4 expectations. You may not know this, Suchu, or anybody else here, but I somewhat recently did a entire 2.5 hour long podcast kind of interview, sit down, heart to heart with Canadian Guy A that you can see on my Patreon. I do have a Patreon. If you type !Patreon in the chat, it's only $1 to join. And you can listen to this audio recording of me and Canadian Guy A talking about Spyro 4, about how we feel about it, what our expectations are, as well as just kind of looking at the Spyro landscape in terms of our fandoms, as well as the fandom in general. Like, being the only two full-time Spyro creators, like, how do we interact with this community, and like what matters to us in Spyro is very different between him and myself. So just kind of looking at it from like two sides of a spectrum, two sides of a coin like that. I found to be pretty interesting. If you're curious about, like, if you follow myself or Canadian Guy A, I'm sure you'd probably be interested in checking that out. So do if you want. Am I gonna make this? This is again the bad fucking cycle. Every time I'm on, you know, every time I do the start correctly. Whatever. Understandable. I'm remixing myself? Oh no. Am I? Getting banned for... Yeah, the timing on the ban actually was pretty sensible. I mean, I was probably going to take the year off anyways. Are we the only full-time creators? I mean, you could argue that people like Laura and, you know, maybe others whose names are eluding me. Like, I guess if you want to call HypnoShark like a Spyro creator, I mean, he speedruns like ETD. I just mean people who, like... I would say, like, can make, like, a, you know... Yeah, it depends on how broad your definition of a full-time creator is. If it's just someone who streams like only Spyro a lot, like Laura would count, you know. She's actually, her sub count is getting up, so I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I were to think of the benchmark in my head, it's like I think we're two of the only people that make enough from Spyro that, like, would equal that of a full-time minimum wage job or more. But, you know, again, like, you know, Laura could count as well, or, you know, there's just other... Hypno, obviously, you know. So, it just really depends on how you look at it. But I think it's fair to say that, like, we are two of the only, like, full-time... Especially on YouTube. Like, full-time Spyro creators on YouTube, you know. But again, just it's a definition thing. Broadness in your definition. My audio is glitched. Is it better now? Is it fixed now? Oh, is Laura's doing a sub? She's gonna have more subs than me after a couple days here. So who am I kidding? Yeah, this one. What the Sigma? What's up, bad for? And my video too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, can someone say, like, refresh in the chat for YouTube? It seems to be fine on Twitch, but, like, bad on YouTube, I'm guessing. So just refresh if you're on YouTube. Someone type that in the YouTube chat, please. I'm not dropping any frames, so I don't know what the fuck. Just YouTube being YouTube. Okay, good. Ooh, I fucked that dragon up there. Whatever. Guys, what do you think? Should I order my free Domino's pizza sooner or later? I'm kind of like, we have a bunch of leftovers in the fridge, so I'm kind of saying like Sarah and I, like, let's work on the leftovers, you know what I mean? And then after we've done that, and it's like late at night before they close, like, let's get the fucking free pizza, you know? I think that's the move, rather than doing it the other way around and just having like a shit ton more leftovers. How long will the leftovers last? I mean, you know, I've had these beans in the fridge for a couple days now. You know, the fried chicken, couple days. You know, I just fried some pork. You know, it's like we got to get through it tonight, basically, or else it's gonna start getting kind of gross. So I think we can. We got to earn the pizza by working on the leftovers first. That's what I think. Shouldn't be ordering from Domino's. Why do you say that? I have a free pizza from there. Yeah, I don't need any more convincing than that. And the coupon for the free pizza is going to run out after today, so it's kind of a time-sensitive thing. Shouldn't be getting Domino's? What is you guys' like problem with Domino's? I don't understand. You guys hate Domino's? Look, just because you guys have a shitty Domino's by your house doesn't mean that mine is the same quality. I mean, I don't mind Domino's. I'm not going to pretend like it's the best pizza in the world or anything, but it's fine. Oh! A local business that isn't funding genocide? Alright, dude, like, look, me buying a fucking pizza isn't gonna do anything for whatever political thing you're concerned about, alright? I'm just keeping it real here. I'm not about to even, like, take a political stance on ordering a pizza here, alright? If I'm an asshole for that, then I'm sorry, you know, sorry. That's all I can say. Like, I'm sorry I'm not fighting a political battle for you with pizza or anything, with my fast food choices. But I think, like, just let me be, you know? I'm sorry if that sounds, like, crass or insensitive or whatever, but just how I feel. Like, I think there are so many companies out there that if you just look underneath, like, if you look at, like, the people that work there or, like, where the money's going or whatever, like, you shouldn't give your money to any fucking company, honestly. Like, they're all fucking got their hands in the fucking politics and in the military-industrial complex. Like, if you really want to get political about it, fucking fuck Chick-fil-A, fuck In-N-Out, fuck all the religious implications of all that, fuck all those places, fuck Walmart, fuck your local grocery store, fuck all those places. And so with that context, if you're going to fight a political battle with your money, you know, then you're just going to end up, like, driving really far. Like, this is the reality of that, is you just end up driving really far for shit that costs more, that's, like, more scarce. Oh yeah, fuck Amazon, you know? Like, these places are all evil. I'm not gonna argue with that, you know, for sure. But it's just like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you can, you know, not buy from them and feel good about it, and that makes you happy, then more power to you. But I think it's not right to put that like pressure on someone else. You know, like, I don't have to give a shit about someone else's political, like, fight. And also, Also, it's a fucking pizza, dude. It's a fucking $10. It'll be like less than $10 after the delivery fee. And you're telling me, you're kind of making me feel like, oh, you're supporting genocide. Like, dog, come on, let's be real. Like, you know? Like, I'm sorry if this sounds insensitive, but no, I'm not. You know. But it's a difference in outlook. It's a difference in opinion, and I'm not here to change yours. And I ask that you don't try to judge me for mine or change mine. You know. Like, we can coexist on this world and use our money differently, and it doesn't have to be like I'm evil, that you're evil, me against you. Like, I'm not trying to be your enemy. I want to be your friend, you know. And if me ordering from Domino's upsets you, then, you know, like, maybe I'm not the right person for you to be around, you know. It's like that's just the honest truth, you know. Because maybe we just see the world too differently if that's the case, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna clutch up here. I hope I don't sound too insensitive or awful for not really caring about the implications of my minor purchases. The global implications of buying from Amazon or from Domino's or from any company that is evil, you know. Like, I'm not. I can't stop them whether I buy shit from them or not. You know, you're not gonna stop them. You know. And so I take a hands-off approach, and if that's morally gray, I'll totally admit that. It's like I'm morally gray for that, and I might lose some of you guys' respect for that. But honestly, like I think it's kind of fucked up that you would judge someone over a fucking pizza like that. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, it's like, really, like I have to spend my money a certain way or else I'm an asshole. You know, like, come on now. Like there's a balance somewhere in there, you know. Thanks for the good luck, Freeze Champ. Do I think it's worth buying collection non-platinum PS1 Crash 1 through 5, Spyro 1 to 3 as an investment? No. Those games have been made in, you know, look, here's the truth with like game collecting is that you can buy any game, you know, factory sealed for, you know, or in box for an exorbitant price, but it's just a fucking scam. You're getting scammed now, and then in a best case scenario, you can scam someone later for even more money. So if that's what you want to do, if that's like your idea of making money, which is not efficient, by the way, like to try to collect and resell retro video games, you're going to be operating at a loss most of the time. And in the cases where you do make money, it's like you got to sit on something that's a collectible like that for a long time. What makes more sense is if you're trying to make money off of video game reselling, is that you find markets where find places where video games are super cheap and then repackage them yourself. And again, like, this is scammy stuff, you know? And I don't like condone that, you know? Talk about morally gray. I mean, trying to resell video games. I guess, first of all, good luck making money doing that, and good luck not scamming people in your pursuit of making money doing that. That's all I can say. But if it's just as for your own collection, you know, you want like factory shrink wrapped like Spyro and Crash, like, hey, I'd go for it, you know? I don't care. I have a factory sealed copy of Spyro 1 Greatest Hits. I personally don't feel that like the, you know, for how big these games are, usually when it comes to collectible video games, it's stuff that's like a more limited production run, which Spyro and Crash are certainly not. There are many millions of copies of these games out there. They're some of the most highly produced PlayStation 1 games. So probably not the ideal investment vehicle with that context. You know, just thinking about supply and demand, there's an oversupply. I fucked this up. So yeah, it's my 2 cents on that. What's up, Schmitty? But yeah, I say don't worry about trying to make money reselling video games. That's my honest opinion. You're better off just reselling other stuff. I actually, you know what? Like, I follow a YouTube channel that's all about selling just everything that they possibly can on eBay, and it's all about like going thrift store shopping and, you know, looking up things like on your phone, like, you know, and vetting things for whatever, you know. It's just really interesting, you know. People who are really into reselling, like, that's pretty cool, like, but you know, it's a tough business, and it's just like a lot of work, and especially with like highly saturated markets like video game reselling, it's a tough market, you know. Like, you're better off just trying to like resell some like random, like, you know, antique that you get for $1, you know, at a thrift store that you happen to check on your phone was worth like an extra $20 than it's listed for. I should have grabbed Rotis there. So that's like my kind of whole take on like the, you know, find something and resell it. It's like, go for the things that aren't like highly fucking saturated, like retro video games. That seems like it would make more sense. I don't know. Don't lose your old games. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Oh my god, I lost so many gems here. This is what I get for considering ordering Domino's. I'm too morally gray. I think that's why I'm getting punished on this run. What's up, Michi? Thank you for the good luck. The karmic retribution. Yeah, that's kind of how it is for me, Widows. Like, Craig gave me that sealed copy of Spyro 1, and I'm never gonna open it. Not that I want to sell it or anything. It's just a really nice memento. It's a special piece to have on a on our fucking bookshelf, you know. Dude, I'm still sparkless, by the way. I'm like gotta be so under-gemmed right now. Robin sparkless for Tim. Yeah, I know. Finally getting sparks back after like a level and a half. If emulators didn't exist, it would be better. Yeah, that like people would have to buy like a physical copy. You know, and thus make the market better for you. Like the demand would be higher, like you're saying. If you're trying to resell shit. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's so scammy, right, Thendar? Like, dude, the fact that Pokemon games have such high demand, you know, like... And the fucking, what, like $120 for, like, Ruby, you know? It's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. That's more than they were worth when they came out brand new, you know? About, like, double, you know? One of my favorite parts about watching, like, Pokemon YouTube videos or, like, about Pokemon, like, competitive Pokemon or whatever is hearing all the different ways they have to, if they want to legitimately like put together a competitive team, you have to like spend like sometimes thousands of dollars in weird offshoot limited production run like Pokemon like little game only in Japan that just shows the library of this so you can transfer this to that, and then you have to get this Pokemon in this order from this game, and then you have to play through all of Stadium or something for another one, you know, and it's just like what the it's just such a time sink for like no reason, you know. Okay, I need to grab this other Sparks at least. I should have grabbed the first one as well, but whatever. Still don't know what my gem count is. Classic me just ranting on a run and not paying attention to the gem count. I probably needed that blue. The Giga Elite Pokemon players say, hey chat, I need Pokemon with these IV. Go. Someone just makes it for them. Well, then there's like hacking as well. People can just like hack like a Pokemon with like the proper IVs, you know? And then there's RNG manipulation, which isn't hacking, but like is like its own whole can of worms. So yeah, Pokemon, like meta level Pokemon, like grinding and playing and team assembling is just crazy. Just to like examine from an outsider's perspective, to hear some like YouTuber guy like explain the ins and outs of it for like a 40-minute video of like why they can't get this one Pokemon without buying like 3 other games and doing like fucking dozens of hours of work with RNG manips and stuff, you know? It's just insane. And that's all just so that you don't have to hack, literally hack, you know? Video games are crazy, man. Competitive video games are crazy, I should say. At the last World's Day updated hack check, so you can't skip the grind. Well, from what I understand, it used to be like, for many years, that hacking was considered like a necessary evil to play games like that at a high level. Without grinding to shit, you know? But I don't know anything about this. What the fuck do I know? I'm not a Pokemon player. Let's see if my jock practice pays off. Already off to a bad start there. Oh my god. Literally off to the worst possible start right now. Dog. Can I fucking do anything correctly? That would be great. I should not have grabbed that. By the way, thanks for the raid earlier, Freeze Champ. Just saw that. NP, how's runs? This run's whatever. It's just a whatever run. I've been slowly bleeding time throughout the entire thing. So I can't say I'm overjoyed about it. But to be fair, I've been just talking shit the whole time, so it's been a chill run in that sense. I hope no one's too offended about me like buying a Domino's or like supporting some political agenda by buying a pizza or anything. I get the feeling most of you guys are sane enough to not worry about that. But, you know, hope no one's too upset with me over the way I use my money to, you know, buy consumer goods. There we go. Nice first try. Get the pizza. It's fine. I mean, I can't justify it, you know? It's like, it really makes you think when someone says something like that, it really makes you think it's like everywhere you put your money, it's probably part of that, so a fraction of a cent of that is probably going to something that you don't like. Like, it's kind of a crazy thought, you know? Just the way our fucking world is structured. You know? You buy something at the grocery store, you buy something at, you know, this brand, you know? That brand. And, oh, you didn't realize this, but you're supporting child labor. And then it's like, and then with that knowledge, it's like, what do you do with that knowledge? You just don't shop there anymore? Okay. But then it's like, well, that's the best deal, that's the cheapest option. As a consumer, it's like, I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm like forced to do that, but it's like, if I'm trying not to like waste money and time, you know, it's kind of like you have to do what's there, you know? And so does that make us like morally gray as consumers to like play into a complex like system that promotes like shit like that? Like I feel like it's just so far beyond like the impact of me as an individual on my life as well as my money affecting the world. I feel like that impact is so small when you like really contextualize it that it's not even like worth really even considering.
What about...
But for me feeling that way, it does feel morally it feels like I'm the asshole for saying that. instead of being like, no, I'll never shop at this. I heard on Google that fucking that TJ Maxx fucking punches babies. So can't get that new coffee table at TJ Maxx anymore. You got to go to Amazon. But wait, Amazon actually fucking starves their workers to death while they're driving their car, while they're driving off a fucking cliff. So you better not shop from Amazon, actually. You know, it's just an endless cycle of that, you know? So there's really no winners is the kind of the when you really contextualize it. There's no winning, there's no doing the right thing, and there's no doing the wrong thing. There's only just using what's available to you, you know, and that's really it as a consumer, you know. It's like the best you could hope for is that you get a good deal for yourself, and that hopefully the implications of your purchase don't cause a fucking, you know, don't fucking topple society as we know it, you know. But from a person-to-person basis, it's like, what are you gonna do, you know? What the fuck are you gonna do? Just not buy anything, you know? Someone was saying, like, only go to mom and pop shops. Like, dog, you can't only go to mom and pop shops. For food, for groceries, for utilities, for things like that. You're eventually gonna have to buy something from a brand that you don't like, you know? So you can't win. You can't fucking win this battle. But I think maybe the attitude that some people have is like, well, I can at least fight the battle. Fight this uphill losing battle, and that's better than not doing it at all, which I respect that. But the moment it turns into like, oh, well, you should be doing that as well, the moment where it turns into pressure of like, oh, well, you shouldn't do this with your money, it's like, no, like, well, the moment you start telling people what to do with their life, I feel like it's all fucked. You want to talk about like morally gray, like, you know, everyone's life is different. You know, you can't tell someone how to live their life, even if you don't agree with it. Yeah, it's like, and you just because a place isn't owned by a major company doesn't mean that it's like completely morally good. You know, fucking mom and pop places everywhere can launder money. They could use their store as a front. They could fucking lie on their taxes, you know. It's good to support mom and pops, but it's not. It's just to say like, you know, not like no one purchase that you make is ever going to be completely morally clean, you know. So anyways, let's do another run. It's just an interesting like train of thought of like how much does that like responsibility fall on me as a consumer to like do the right thing with my money? Like, don't buy from here, do buy from there. I feel like it really does not. It's like such a small amount that it's like it's almost negligible. But in voicing that, it feels wrong to say. So I don't know really what the right attitude is to have. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know what the right answer. There is no real right answer here. Is another point. I think the right answer is if it makes you feel good to not buy from one business or do buy from another. If that makes you feel good, if it makes you feel like you're doing good in the world, then just you do what makes you feel good. And don't tell anybody else what to do with their money. I think that's like my takeaway from the whole thought process. It is what it is. Yo, Dev, thank you for the tier 1 and thank you for the good luck. Appreciate that. Zilla is saying a happy Sunday to you. I think the whole conversation is just like, it makes you realize just how dystopian of a world we live in. Like underneath the facade of like a good deal or like a big brand or a clean storefront, there's like all this weird shit going on behind the scenes in Taiwan where the shit is actually being made. You know what I mean? In China, whatever. The shit that you don't see like really makes you think, you know? It's like, fuck. Our world is a mess. We live in a dystopian world, and it's hard to even see it. They hide it from us, you know, under the veil of like, you know, of a suburban society, right? I'd say Sarah and I live in a pretty suburban area. Like, you know, there's like businesses here that, but I, you know, they're like It's pretty suburban out there. There's trees, houses and stuff. Grocery store down the street. It's nice stuff, you know, but you know, you go to any one of these places or you look at any one of these like businesses and it's like, what is going on underneath that, you know? You can't really know for sure. 3, 2, 1, go. You know that fridge you use? Yeah, basically. I mean, that logic can be applied to literally everything that you consume or own, you know? You know that thing that exists that you have? Well, you're actually supporting something awful for that, you know? Like, it's not wrong, but it's also definitely not the entire truth either. Yeah, the world is so fucked, you know? And it is what you make of it, I agree. Anyways, whoever brought that up earlier about Domino's being evil, thank you for making me think about all that. I hope you don't feel personally attacked or anything. I appreciate the viewpoint. Anyways, I love Spyro. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that, Zillas. Dude, it's like that any retail... You work at any, like, big box, like, retailer or store of any big brand, and it really opens your eye. And it's, you know what's crazy? Is you see, like, what goes on behind the scenes, but just a crumb of it, just a fraction of it you see. You know, working at Amazon and seeing how the way they package the products. But what about before it gets to the distribution center where you work, you know? What about then? So there's like layers of like knowing what's going on behind the scenes. But even seeing just that small glimpse into like, you know, how they prepare your food at like Chipotle or whatever, you know, working there. Even seeing that small glimpse, you know, behind the kitchen counter or something, it's enough to make most people be like, I'm never shopping here again, you know? Just that little tiny glimpse, not even seeing the whole picture, just that tiny glimpse behind the scenes at just a one, you know, brick and mortar place, you know? What's up, Jupe? Can't imagine the toil people face in third world country. Yeah, like where do these like products begin, you know? Just crazy. Just crazy. So you just look around at everything around you and it's like, this could be the result of slavery type labor, you know? Like, it's just kind of mind-blowing, you know, when you really contextualize it. Hey, what about this copy of Spyro I'm playing on? You think that's fine? Just because I'm playing on a physical disc? That disc was made in a factory somewhere years and years ago, exploiting somebody's labor for some, you know, for some underappreciated price, right? Such a wholesome game, you know? Do dragons shed their skins like lizard? Not in this game. This is a video game. It's a fictional world where inconveniences of reality like that, you know, don't apply. If Spyro shed his skin, that'd be very unsettling in this game, wouldn't you think? But that's why it's like a fantasy, you know? There's like fucking castles and shit. Like, how the fuck do dragons make castles, dude? Like, that's not how that works. They don't have thumbs. They make the Norks do it. The Norks are the real slave labor of this game. It's very sad. That's like the right. That's like the right meta-analysis of the non-story of this game. Is that the Norks really have done nothing wrong, and that it's like it's a genocide by the hand of the dragons to reclaim like a lost land or something, you know? Very evil stuff. Oh my god. You just missed work? Dude, you know what's funny is I missed work the other day, Penjies. Don't feel alone. Yeah, dude, I did the same thing. I fucking, like, dude, I had it in my calendar, and I didn't even, like, check my calendar. And I got, like, I didn't notice till after stream. This was, like, a few days ago. I didn't even notice till after stream that, like, I had missed work. I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna try to finish this level. Yeah, no, Penjies, I did the exact same thing, like, a week ago. I'm actually thinking of just quitting that job, honestly. I really don't. It was fun for like the year I was there, but it's just like, at this point, it's like the same students with like the same, you know, they're not practicing. It's like, it's just like, you know, why am I even going there for chump change? You know, if they paid me more, it wouldn't be a problem, but it's like, I make more money streaming, you know, so I might as well. Or I make the same, like on a bad day, I make the same amount streaming. So it's like, not really a point to getting in the car and driving over to a job. Like, it was fun to be like a music. By the way, to those who don't know, I do part-time music teaching at like a studio, at like a rock and roll, you know, themed kind of place. You know, like a studio and whatever. Bunch of kids like learning fucking electric guitar and drums and whatnot. Not gonna work. Yeah, this run's super dead, but I'm just gonna try that mama one more time. But yeah, I've been working there for over a year at this point. Or right about a year. It's like almost the 1 year anniversary, I think. And, yeah, I'm just over it. I'm just tired. Like, again, if they paid me more, then I would totally be willing to look past, like, these kind of, like, gripes, you know? But since they don't pay me as much as like I said, as just streaming on a bad day, you know? Like, it really has to be justified by being, like, a good job, you know, if that's going to be the case. And whatever sort of inner fulfillment I got from going out and properly teaching music again, it's definitely kind of come and gone after being there for such a long time now. And like I said, like, seeing the same students and, you know, it's like, I get the vibe. It's like, at this point, I've been there, done that, and it's just kind of like, all right, like, I'm not really getting anything fulfillment-wise out of it. And so it needs to be more monetarily justified, which it's not. I only work there fucking like once a month anyway, so it's not like I'm skipping out on like a big part of my life or anything. It's just become like an inconvenience for me now to like go into work. No, none of my students have found my stream. I've talked to, you know, I've connected with students over video games and like video game music and told them that, oh, I like PlayStation, you know, games and stuff like that. I'm talking like PlayStation 1, you know, and they'll be like, oh, I like Minecraft, you know, that type of shit. So, yeah, they don't care about my stream. Thankfully, they don't care about my stream. It'd be mega awkward if one of them was like, I watched your stream. You were talking about cum, you know. That was a big concern of mine when I was getting my teaching credential to become like a public school teacher, was that it's like, dude, I'm gonna really have to change the vibe of my stream, you know. And even then, like, a student could like dig up an old VOD and see me saying like, you know, just inappropriate stuff for a professional environment. Complain to like the principal or their mom or something. Do I know Sweden? Oh, that's like what the student would say. I've been to Sweden. Like the only real European country I've been to, Sweden and Denmark, for a few steps. Yeah, it was kind of a making money on the side thing, but like I said, it's like it doesn't make as much money as like when I just stream, you know, for that time. it's 20. Excuse me, it's $20 an hour. It's actually just under $20 an hour, but then, you know, there's money being taken out of taxes, and then also there's gas. I have to drive there and back, and usually I end up, you know, stopping and making like picking up dinner on the way home, and then I won't stream that day, you know. So it ends up being more of a net loss compared to just staying home and streaming, you know. Which is fine if it was like a really fulfilling, you know, part-time job. You know, again, I don't go in very much at all, so if it was like fun and fulfilling, then I would be totally fine to do that for $20 an hour, you know. But it's just not quite either of those things. It's not personally fulfilling, and it's not monetarily fulfilling. So it's just kind of like, I think I'm gonna quit probably. Especially after having missed work the other day. You know what's funny is I missed work the other day, and I was like kind of glad I did. Because that was like the day I had a really good, you know, I got through Terrace Village, you know, and really made headway all through Beastmaker's Gun. That was like a really good stream. I was like super stoked on that. And it felt just so whack to like look at my phone after and like see that my boss like tried hitting me like, where are you, you know? I'm like, gosh, you know, like, man, like, what am I doing with this job, you know? It really made me take a step back. Did I skip school a lot as a teenager? Yes, I did, actually. I don't know what made you ask that, but yeah, that is actually a true fact. When I was in high school, I would, you know, I'd bring my skateboard to school. My mom would drop me off in the morning, like an hour before school, because it was on her way to work. So a lot of times I would just skate straight home, you know? Or I'd head over to like my weed dealer's house at the time and like play Smash Bros. Brawl, and then like every time I'd be skating to the school, I remember I'd have the option in my head. I was like the angel on my shoulder or the devil would be like, all right, you could go into this school, you know, go into these fucking metal bar, you know, prison, you know, fences, and go have like go be bored for like the next like 8 to 9 hours. Doing nothing, basically, just sitting around and falling asleep, you know, overtired and stuff. Or you could skate home and smoke weed and play fucking Skyrim, which just came out, you know. So I did a lot of that. There was one stint where I actually, you know, I really kind of went off the deep end, and I just skipped school for I don't tell this story very often, but there was a time that was like a real turning point for me. I skipped school for like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks straight. And obviously people are like, dude, where the hell is he? Like, my mom ended up like figuring it out, like getting calls from the school or whatever. Like, dude, you've been gone you didn't just skip a day or two, you skipped for like 2 weeks. And it was a real kind of like realization moment of like, oh shit, like I'm gonna fail my classes. Like, you know, my family's upset with me. Like the little bit of like enjoyment I get from like not going to school is like far outweighed by like the weight of guilt on my shoulders for doing so. And so after that, I remember like I would you know, my mom would drop me off, you know, I'd go to my weed dealer's place, play Brawl, and then I'd be like, you know, I'd be stoned as shit. This was the beginning of my getting stoned and doing the right thing because I'm guilty arc. I don't know if anyone else gets that when they smoke weed, but I get that a lot because I'm just naturally lazy, naturally a procrastinator. So when I smoke weed, it actually, you'd think it would make me more lazy, but actually it raises like my blood pressure and my heart rate, and it makes me feel like more self-conscious and more self-guilt. You know, and I think a lot of that was like that forming, you know, experience in high school of like when I first starting into smoking weed, and a lot of sort of guilty experiences like that around it. That the best feeling was like being stoned actually, and then being like, you know, I'm gonna go to school today and just chill out and it's all good, or I get stoned on my way home and I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna knock out all my homework, and then I don't even have to like lie to my mom that I did it or something, you know. And so smoking, my relationship with weed really changed at that point to where I used it more like as a way to conquer procrastination and to guilt trip myself into doing the right thing, you know. Usually related to schoolwork. Now, I definitely took that approach well into college, where like, you know, it's like I got like a paper that I didn't write for the whole fucking semester that you got to do, like, you know, the last, you guys know how it is. You got to write like a fucking essay, research paper. Like you only got like, you know, 2 nights to do it. Smoke some weed and just spend all day on it. Fuck it. Well, that's really cool, Isaiah. You wouldn't have graduated if they hadn't done that. That's crazy. I'm sure that's the case. Shit like that happens all the time, I bet. You know? Whether it's with an attendance clerk or with a teacher, you know? Cutting you some slack just so you could fucking graduate even though you really don't deserve to. You know? It's crazy how many calls like that have to be made, like, in that environment. From, you know, from adults that just, like, you know, if they like you, if they want to help you, then... You know, it really changes the course of your life in a big way. You're kind of at the mercy of what, you know, some stranger, you know, really thinks of you. If you're fucking up. Now, if you're not fucking up and you're holding your shit down, then you don't have to give a fuck what any of these fucking teachers or whatever think. That's another attitude I noticed, like, amongst, like, my peers in high school, is that some of them were, like, 4.0, like, overachievers, you know, and all this extracurricular stuff, but they were so, like, emotionally disconnected from the whole experience of like, being in high school and being in all this extracurricular stuff. It's just like, all right, check, I did that now you can't. It's, like, almost as if to say, like, all right, I checked off all the possible things you could want me to do in this environment, which is more, really, than you should ask of a teenager. I did all of it, so you can't fuck with me. Fuck you, mom and dad and school and everyone. And then they end up, like, getting into some, like, really crazy shit, like fucking, like, you know, whatever, drugs and partying and whatnot. Like, that's definitely a super real thing, is, like, the valedictorian turned, like, fucking, like, you know, party animal drug addict once they get some freedom in college, you know? And fails all their classes or whatever. Goes to, like, a night, you know, gets into, like, an Ivy League school with a full ride and then fucking fails out, like, the first 2 semesters, you know? That's another, like, real thing as well. That's, like, the opposite end of the spectrum of my experiences, like... Where my experience was, like, I was underachieving and then I felt the guilt of that and, you know, and rose to the occasion. The other side of that coin is when you're overachieving and then, like, you know, you become so incredulous that you start to underachieve, you know? Oh, God. So, yeah, there's definitely two sides to that. I think I'm going to reset. I don't like this run. One of my favorite bands or musicians. I was just talking earlier, you know, Cassiope, awesome 80s jazz fusion band. I'll just list off the same ones I did earlier. Linkin Park, Meteora instrumentals. I've been listening to those. 3, 2, 1, go. What else? I have, like, a whole liked play. You know what? Since while the intro's playing, I'm gonna look up some of my liked music for you guys. Let's see what I got here.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age.
One moment.
We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Ganasty Gnork character?
Videos.
Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question.
Like videos.
Nasty Nork is a simple creature. Simple. He has been contained in a remote world.
Oh, there's a fucking dope-ass... If you like reggae, there's a dope-ass YouTube channel called Little Lion Sound. Oh my god. And they show, like, these, like, fucking, like, full Jamaican Rasta fuckers in the studio. It's really sick.
Looks like I've got some things.
More Japanese jazz fusion. Minerva Corp. I see there on the thing. I'll list off a few more for you guys if you're curious. Oh, another really cool YouTube, like, hip-hop group, what are they called? Costa Contra. Costa Contra? Coast Contra? Is that what it is? Coast? Whatever. They're a group. They're kind of like Jurassic 5 type vibes. Really cool. Again, just videos of them just recording in the studio, just fucking absolutely putting down some of the craziest music you've ever heard. T-Squared, classic. I see that in the chat. Classic Japanese jazz fusion. T-Squared and Cassiope are like the entry point for that, like, genre, really, I think. Oh, speaking of Japanese jazz fusion, I've been really digging the Mario 64 sound font versions of, like, T-Square and, like, Japanese jazz. Like, there's one album that I liked in the Mario 64 sound font that really, like, I like it more than the original, honestly. I can't even, like, explain it. Like, that's definitely becoming like a real ass thing now, is like pre-existing albums like just in like a video game sound font. Like, some of them really just hit. Yeah, the Mint Jams one, I know that one. I don't know who TWRP is, but that sounds badass. Let me scroll through some more here. Oh, if you like chiptune, like, you know, sort of like electronic, like video game inspired music, there's an old channel on YouTube called Zircon. Zircon ST with a Z, you know. Zircon. Check out Zircon. They got some really cool, really old videos of like remixes of like the Metal Mario music and stuff like that. Zircon's dope. Oh, I'm seeing there's a cool Spyro the Dragon. Speaking of different sound fonts, there's the Ice Cavern in the SNES sound font. If you guys haven't heard that, go look that up right now. You guys would love that. It's fucking tight. It sounds dope. Fuck. Yeah, I'm familiar with OSRS beats. That's like the fucking, it's the RuneScape music, but just like with like a beat on it, you know. But it's like pretty well produced stuff. You hear it a lot on people's like RuneScape like YouTube channels, like for their outro and stuff like that. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah, that shit's dope. Of course, I love just the straight up, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I love the straight up, what's it called, RuneScape music as well. Oh, speaking of Zelda, there's a couple of songs in Breath of the Wild that I really like. One is called Writing, and then parentheses Day. That one it's just solo piano, but it sounds really cool. Very oblique is how I describe it. 3, 2, 1, go. There's also a song that only plays when you go into like this cave in Breath of the Wild. That's really pretty as well.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
I'm not a fan of the entire soundtrack, but just those two songs like really do it for me. Really, you know, you talk about like a video game soundtrack, like evoking feelings to accompany the gameplay. Those two songs really do it. Really lift the gameplay into like a different dimension, you know. Yeah, thanks for the good luck, Davey. Let's see if I can actually keep my focus this time. You know, I didn't sleep a whole lot last night. Well, I did sleep a good amount last night, but not like as many hours as I normally do since I went to bed so late. So I think my focus is just kind of scattered today. I need to try to lock in a bit more, but I'm gonna keep the attitude like just chatty right now until we get, you know, through the Peacekeepers hard stuff, and then I'll start locking in a bit harder. That's kind of my outlook. You went into London last night to see the Baldur's Gate 3. Oh my god, Sarah would love that. Sarah would have loved that. I would have loved to watch that. I would love to go see like a video game orchestra thing with Sarah at some point. I think she was talking about something like that to me a while back. Yeah, that sounds like a great vibe, Smelly. Do I have a favorite track from Spyro? Yeah, probably High Caves or Treetops. They both share my favorite melody of the game. The one that goes like boom, 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 boom. You know that one? That's by far my favorite melody in the whole game. When did I learn to beatbox? Like I can fake beatbox. I'm not like good at it. I taught myself like very rudimentary beatboxing. Again, it's not like good, but I taught myself very rudimentary beatboxing through playing drums. Because with a hobby like drumming, being able to vocalize, and I teach this to my students, being able to vocalize what you're trying to play helps you codify it in your brain. It helps you understand like what you're trying to play. And you can like fully, like when you can just be like, all right, I'm trying to play it like this. And the more you do that, the more you try to like kind of hash it out in like with a beatbox, the more it'll like translate into your actual playing on the drums. Yeah, me and Davey just have the same life. I mean, they're pretty, like, you know, like, it doesn't surprise me because they're pretty, fucking resetting there. It doesn't surprise me because they're pretty, like, I would say, like, synonymous hobbies, like, where they're all, like, attract, like, a certain type of person. A certain, like, creative, expressive, physical type of, but still, like, solo, you know, type person. I can't really explain that, but... 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah, I think there's like a greater connection between like video games and playing music, you know, playing something that's really visceral like drums. Between skateboarding is another like very visceral hobby, you know, where it's just like you really engage your body and like the actual like art of like the one's own like physical expression type shit. Yeah, you get it, Davey. You get it. No, I'm not left-handed. I know. The similarities finally come to an end. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, being a skateboarder and then like making like music videos or whatever, or just like stuff like that, like it really does go hand in hand. It's not like, even though they're two different hobbies, like I think they coincide. You know, they attract similar personality types, perhaps. Yeah, shoutouts to all the lefties. Yeah, music is a language, that is true. Music, to me, music is a language and then some. Because the thing with language is that if you don't like use words like in you know, when we're talking, if you're listening to me like speak English, you know, I can't just like I can't realize, you know, I'm just talking just because that's what I'm feeling and that's it, you know. But with music, you can. With music, you can just express whatever you're feeling without it having to make sense, without it having the foundation of a vocabulary. But what's interesting is that music can also be built off of the foundation of a vocabulary. When I was in jazz school, a lot of what they taught you was to transcribe the solos from people like, you know, John Coltrane, Dizzy Gillespie, you know, jazz greats. And so you copy their solo exactly, and then you do it in all 12 keys. And the idea is that you could take some of the licks from a solo that John Coltrane played in 1976 to take a lick and then put it in an entirely different song in an entirely different key and different genre. And in that way, it becomes yours. It becomes a part of your vocabulary. So if that isn't like the same thing as learning words and learning a language and learning a dialect, it is exactly the same thing. But it is also then some as well, because, you know, you don't need to necessarily have that foundation to create valuable music, whereas you would in order to communicate linguistically. So yeah, music is a language and then some. Thanks, Panda. We used to take Beach Boys and Dick Dale riffs. Yeah. Dick Dale. What's that one Dick Dale song that everyone knows? Is it Missouri? Is that the song? Is it the the Pulp Fiction? Is that Dick Dale? That's Dick Dale, right? Missouri, yeah, that's the song. Lucky I got that blue there. Lucky stuff. Shout out to Dev for the tier 1 earlier. I've been missing subs left and right. I've been very late with them. I don't know if I caught that one earlier, but thank you, Dev. He says, Dayo, good luck. Thank you. I love when I go into other streams and I'm like, good luck. And they're like, thank you, Dio man. They say it exactly like that every time. They say it the right way and then they correct themselves to the wrong way. Every time. I don't know why. But there you go. It's just one of those usernames that it's like, don't overthink it, you know? No, that happens all the time, Smelly. That happened to me today. I was in Dan Silvato's stream. He did that. Thank you, Deo. No, like as if Deo is wrong, you know, in their mind. So it's like it has to be like Dio, you know. It's just funny. It's never the other way around. They never go like, "Thank you, Dio, man," or Deo. It's probably Deo, you know. They never say it like that. It's always the other way. Are you wrong for thinking men shouldn't wear shorts that are shorter than average underpants? I think you're wrong for saying that people should or shouldn't wear anything, dude. It's just clothes. Let people wear a fucking Borat mankini if they want. Like, who gives a... What do you fucking care? Like, for yourself, like, sure, you know, like, you could dress however you want, you know? But to be like, you shouldn't wear this, this looks bad. Oh, fuck off, you know? God, get fucked. Terrible. I'm just gonna reset that. Already losing time anyways. Your friend goes like Deo from a stupid advert? I don't think I've heard that reference before. Is it like Deo? Is it like that? People say that to me. I don't know if that's like meant to be a reference that I'm not catching. 3, 2, 1, go. I just thought people were just excited to see me. The bubble has been burst.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Oh, is that like how you would pronounce, like, in Japanese? You would say Dio in Japanese? But it's English letters, though. Am I, like, overthinking this? Probably. You try wearing some booties? Hey, go for it. I mean, live your best life, you know? I never wear shorts. I'm, like, very sparse with shorts. I almost always wear pants. I've always been a pants guy my whole life. Well, you know, whenever I do wear shorts, I, you know, feel special. It's nice to break the mold every now and again. Oh, my emotes are broken on my chat here. Gotta refresh that. Skip that a little late. This. And refresh in just a moment. Now I can see that unsettling salad fingers emote from Undies. My life is better now. Dayo in Japanese is an implication ending for words and phrases to be like, isn't it or right. So it's like, I'm gay, Dayo. Like, as if to say, I'm gay, right? Or Dayo, whatever. If you just look up Dayo, just like the first 4 letters there, like on YouTube or something, you're gonna get a bunch of Japanese VTubers, you know, using it that way, like as you explain, you know, they're just like something happens, they'll be like, whoa, Dayo! They just fucking say it like that. Dayo! Ah, excuse me, I do not have a good Japanese VTuber girl voice. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I won't hurt you guys' ears with that one again. Don't worry. Oh, you put the song in the Discord? I'll check it out maybe. 340. I can't stop getting 340 artisans, dude. Oh well, definitely could be a couple seconds faster, as you can tell by the splits. Dude, Zillas, you ever been to Japan? I went to Japan for the first time last at the end of 2023, I believe, or early 2024. It was early 2024. It was cool, but I was sick the entire time, so I was mostly just in my hotel and going to the 7-Eleven over and over. Dream life spot. I'm gonna burst the bubble for you a little bit here, and keep in mind this is just my experience. I was sick. I didn't get to see all of the things I'm sure that you would probably want to see, you know. So that, with that disclaimer aside, it wasn't all that. I mean, it's cool. It's like just like being in a big city, you know. It's just like being in a big city, and some of the food options are kind of dope, you know, and a little different. But it's, you know, it's nothing you can't get in a big city in America, you know. That's my hot take about Japan. Just being in the big city part of it, at least. You know, again, I didn't go to the countryside or anything. Like, yeah, they got good public transportation. That's probably the biggest difference. Go on the metro. But, you know, it's all just just a lot of infrastructure, highly commercialized, people that don't look at you on the street, you know, and a bunch of just fast, you know, food options and whatnot. Like, you know, certainly there is more to the culture and the experience of being there than just that. But in my little glimpse of it, it wasn't like this utopian thing where like all the food is fucking amazing, you know? Like the sushi there tasted just about as good as the sushi here. Again, I didn't go to the fanciest places in the world, you know, so disclaimer. You know, I was sick, you know, so that is I want to just reiterate this disclaimer that like I didn't really get to see it in its full glory, I guess, but yeah, I mean, I feel like despite that, I feel like the point is still fair that it's like it's not that much different than like any other like big city, you know. If you're just going to be in the city and just like hanging out for like a vacation, like I was. So yeah, that's my hot take about Japan. It's not all that. But it was fun though. It's a cool place. Not to talk it down or anything. See you later, Isaiah. I think especially as Americans, we get like a utopian like outlook on Japan. Like it's this fucking like it's a utopia, you know, that it's really not, you know. We tend to have, at least in my experience, especially with the food, my expectations were higher than I think they should have been. You know, again with the disclaimer that I didn't go to very super duper nice places. I just went to like a few places, you know, and whatever. So yeah, obviously mileage will vary, right? My mileage was very low compared to I think what some people would do on a Japan vacation, so. But I still think that my point stands, that it's like, it's not as so different as like, whatever, you go to like New York or LA or something. It's oversaturated with people and infrastructure and things and signs and brands and shit to buy. I mean, it's just like anywhere else in any other major city in the world. Just to visit at least, you know. I'm sure it's like way different if you try to like actually live there and like really engross yourself in the culture, speak the language, you know, get a job there. That's like probably a whole other like level of experience. That is definitely a whole other. I'm just talking about just visiting as just a foreigner, you know, clearly American, like English speak, you know, it's like obviously I'm not. I got the tourist, you know, experience probably. So and that's on me. So I will give this disclaimer for like a millionth time, you know. Yeah, fuck getting a job. It sounds like getting a job there is awful. It sounds like they overwork their most of their workforce. But what do I know? You know, like I'm not there. You're like supposed to be an artist that can travel and do en plane air. I don't know what that is. Hold on. I was behind anyways. Artists that can travel do en plane air paintings. And Japan's high on the list, but so is Yellowstone and in the Netherlands. Yeah. Yeah, no, you know, I think all those places have a lot of natural beauty. I think like your outlook on it is that you want to see like the natural beauty of those places instead of being like so engrossed in the city like I was, you know. And to that end, I totally hear you. I can't give any real insight, you know, since I was just in the city. What's up, Powerhouse? It's common for salarymen to work over 100 hours a week. Yeah, I mean, like, again, this is like, I want to reiterate this. Like, we get fed like an image of Japan online. You know, there's a lot of videos talking about what it's like to work in Japan, what it's like to eat in Japan, to party in Japan, to do this, to live or to visit. There is like thousands of like little pieces of content that you can watch that give you some take on it, you know? And you know, you're probably right that there's probably are like salarymen who are overworked and get drunk at night and repeat the process over and over, you know. And then there's probably people where that's not the case, you know. I mean, like I feel like we don't. I don't think we really have the whole picture. I think as a foreigner, I think it's not really our place to try to weigh in on what it's like to really be a part of the culture. That's just my 2 cents. I don't think it's really our place to really make a judgment on that. We could kind of like look in and kind of guess, but like I said, my experience with coming to Japan, and you know, it's just like whatever judgment, expectation, whatever, it was definitely not, you know, it's just like not, you know, whatever fantasy you have in your head is just, that's just not reality, you know. You know what I mean? It's still a free country. It's all not like North Korea. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Lots of misinformation about Japan on YouTube, selling the mystical image of it gets views. Or the other side of it, you know, where it's like selling the, oh, Japan isn't as good, you know, it's hard to live in Japan. They're racist, you know, stuff like that, you know. It's like, I feel like none of it really gets to the core of what it's really like to just live in a place and just exist without the hubbub of social media, you know, like skewing your worldview. You know, our worldview is skewed by just like little pieces of content that are fed to us, you know. You don't really know what it's like until you're there, and then to that end, you don't really know what it's like even then, you know, unless you really steep yourself in it, you know, and live there for a long time. I feel like only then, you know, it's like, can you really even make a judgment about the culture? My sister met her fiance in Chile, and they lived there for 5 years in the capital, Santiago. And hearing the way Matt, you know, her boyfriend, fiance, whatever, hearing the way he talks about Chile, it really gives you the impression that like he's seen it all, you know. He's seen people being drunk, trying to bother him for this or that. He's seen people treating him, you know, he's from Minnesota, so he's like super like white and like got like the fucking, you know, or almost orangey kind of puffy cheeks and stuff. And so, man, they treat him like such a, he speaks fluent Spanish, but like they treat him like such a foreigner, you know? And so he's seen like every angle of the country, like good and bad, you know? And you could just really tell whenever you talk to him about it. It's just like, you know, you just see like his eyes like sort of glaze over about like, oh yeah, you know, the fucking, you'll get mugged, you know, on the fucking train. You better watch out, you know, type of shit like. So yeah, I mean, it's like to see the world like that personally, you know, I think like, imagine the other side of it where, you know, where someone like myself who's only been to Chile like a couple times, just seeing like a surface level experience for a few days, and then for me to be like, oh yeah, Chile's like this, Chile's like that, like, dog, I don't fucking know, like the way like Matt does. And it's the same thing with me and Michael. Like, we went to Japan once, but like we don't fucking know what it's really like there. We haven't tried to live there, you know what I mean? So it's just a perspective thing, I think. Not to say that we can't like talk about it or anything. It's just an important like perspective check, you know? Oh, by the way, Michael, I need to look up the fucking Spyro China mod thing. I forgot about that. What's up, Nutmeg, my Chilean cousin? Partially Chilean cousin. Oh my god. Half Chilean, right? Or fully half? Do you have the fucking citizenship? I have the dual citizenship. Do you have that? Yeah, halfsies. That's what it is, yeah. You got the halfsies. But yeah, I know. It's one thing to have a citizenship or a family member that like is from a place, and it's another thing to like really go there and live there and understand the place like personally. And I don't really feel like I've done that with any other place outside of America, generally, broadly speaking. I might switch back to my old controller. I just want to, I'm going to try it just for funsies, like whatever. And also, since I'm thinking about it, I'm going to look up, since I was mentioning for Michael, I'm going to look up the, real quick, the Spyro China mod, if that's anywhere here. April 1 hack, is that what it is? What is this? No, that's the thing that Laura played. Collectible shuffler, randomizer. Yeah, I don't think I have the China mod here. Outro. It might be hiding inside of like a folder, like a Let me see. I'm just gonna look inside my Duck Station game. This will only take a second because Michael's been asking me about this. Spyro mod, fuck you. Fuck you too. I don't know what this one is. This one's called Spyro mod, fuck you too. That one might be it. I don't know. I'll have to look at that in Duck Station later. EPSXC. Do I have anything here? Save states. ISOs. No. Exploration build. Spyro Return to the Forgotten Realms. Yeah, okay, that's that. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to check that Spyro mod, fuck you to see if that's the right thing later. Let me switch controllers here. If you don't mind me asking, Michael, why do you want to play it so badly? Like, not that you know you shouldn't or anything. I'm just curious why you randomly like are trying to track down that mod. I also feel bad because you were like, I'll give you $10 if you ask, like, and like you just sent me $10 instantly. So now I feel kind of like indebted to like try to help here, you know? I don't want to just like take your money, you know? Am I truly from the Democratic Republic of Congo? No, I'm not. I'll keep it real with you, Ali. I am not. I'm from California. I love how you tiptoed around that. Normally I joke around with people because I'm like, what, I don't look African? But for you, I'll keep it honest. 3, 2, 1, go. What, Jaska, I think is... I lied. To those who are confused what Ali's talking about, it's my speedrun.com profile. Every speedrun.com profile has a flag next to it. And so I chose the Democratic Republic of Congo because I didn't feel like being one of like a million American flags. Like what the fuck does my country have to do with it, you know? Fuck it, make it the Congo flag just to make my name look a little different. It was really more of a, what is it, like a aesthetic change to my username. It's a cool flag. I like the color. I'm not African, I'm a freaking G. Even with what our fam tells us, your mom stayed in like one part. Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing about like the perspective of like of being in another country and thinking that you like know it because you were there for a little while. It's like that extends to our family members, like Megan, like it's so true. Like we don't think about it. We just take like whatever our family says about Chile at face value and like, yeah, that's what it's like. But that's what it like in the case of my mom's experience versus my dad's, those are two totally different things and they intertwine, you know? My mom is like the whitest, you know, lady from Missouri you've ever seen, you know? And it's just like her experience is just going to be way different than my dad, you know, being born and growing up there, looking more Chilean, I guess you could say. It's like their experiences, despite being intertwined for so many years, are still such worlds apart, you know? You got to take everybody's experience with a grain of salt, you know? You can't just blindly like be like, yeah, what this person says about this place, that's the reality. You know, it's just one perspective, you know. It's not that it's wrong, it's just one perspective. Subway sounds pretty good. I haven't had a Subway sandwich in so long, but I would eat one. I'd fuck around with a Subway. I don't give a shit. Normally whenever I have Subway, it's at like a gas station on like a long road trip or something. It'll be like a gas station with like a Subway built into it. It's fucking expensive now is the problem. It's like, what, like fucking like $15 after tax for like a, or like 12, $14 for like a foot long. For a mid-ass sandwich, basically. So it's just not worth it. Yours is 10 for a foot long? It's a pretty good deal. This is pretty slow. But I've been getting really into making sandwiches at home lately. I guess since I moved to the East Coast, I felt like the hoagie Italian, you know, sandwich side of me come out. So I've been making a lot of, like, you know, seared bologna, you know, toasted baguette, fucking mustard. I got like salami and tapenade. Oh, so good with some thinly sliced raw onion and shaved iceberg and some balsamic vinegar. Oh my god, dude, you guys are getting me going. Squirt a little ranch on there just for some creaminess. Fuck it. I'm gonna fucking... Dude, I am going so slow here. You don't get fancy shit, you just get turkey. Dude, turkey's one of the most expensive ingredients they have at Subway. It's always been that way. If you're really about the not fancy shit, you get the, what is it? The Italian, not the Italian, it's called the cold cut combo. Who here has been on their struggle vibe and got themselves a cold cut combo at Subway, dude? That is like true, like... You feel eating a cold cut combo. You feel like you are struggling financially. It tastes like financial struggle. Some foods are like that. Cold cut combo. It's just like meat, but it just tastes like nothing. It's just the most filler you could possibly put into a cold cut of meat. It's just a cold cut. It's like an ambiguous cold cut. The cold cut combo. I'm weird. I normally get like the veggie sandwich from Subway because it's the cheapest, and I'm not really eating Subway for the meat. You know, I'm just eating. I get like an entire salad on bread, basically. That's usually my, which used to be very like economical. Even after the days of the $5 footlong being gone, you could still get like a $5 veggie footlong. You know, for a while I remember, or like $6 or whatever. Those were good. And I remember the Subway by my house, they had feta cheese and actual like avocado that they would slice themselves, not like the pre-packaged guac bullshit. So it actually was a really good sandwich, I remember, for $6. Poor boys. Well, you live in New Orleans? Dude, yeah, that jump is so much easier on this controller. So much more used to it. Yeah, people getting the fucking tuna sandwich and then toasting it. Yeah, it makes the whole place smell like shit. I know what you're talking about, Cyber. I've had people in front of me in line like do that. I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's fucking, that's diabolical. Toasting the fucking canned tuna? You're crazy for that. Like, I get it, like, canned tuna on toasted bread is probably good, but I mean, like, come on, like, just... I know the policy is they put the meat on and then toast it, but I mean, like, in the case of the tuna sandwich, like, you'd think they'd make an exception, you know? Like, just put the tuna on after the toast, you know? No, they just say, fuck it. Throw that bitch in the oven. Fuck. The tuna melt, I can't wrap my head around it. That's always been one of those foods that I can't like understand, is the fucking canned tuna, whatever. And then yeah, it's like you said, like people put like melted cheese on it, like that makes it better. Like that'd make it like worse for me. I don't know. I just struggle to understand. I always try to keep an open mind about food, so I'm not gonna hate on the tuna melt or anything. I respect it. I mean, dude, if so many people eat it, I mean, there's got to be something to it. But it just tastes fishy and just canned, and it just tastes like fucking rotten fish to me, you know? It's just like, what the hell is this? You put some cheese on it? Yeah, that's not gonna help, you know? It's not I just don't understand it. That's my that's the thing with foods that you don't like, is like, It's most frustrating when you just don't even get why people like it, you know? It's the hardest part about it. But one day I'm gonna wake up, years from now, I'm gonna have a tuna sandwich and it's gonna change my whole life. Guaranteed, it's gonna happen one day. Good source of protein. I mean, so is any other meat, though. I feel like you can only really go off about tuna being a good source of protein if you're like in prison or something and your options are tuna or summer sausage. You know, those are your only options. To be fair, canned tuna is really cheap, though. Or prepackaged, whatever. But I mean, if it's just a question of getting protein in, I mean, you know, you just buy protein powder, right? Like, if you're not in prison, I mean, you have more options than just eating, like, the weirdest fucking fish product in the world. Hot imitation crab. You know what? I don't fuck with... I've never really been a crab cake guy. I know that's gonna offend some of you guys. I know some of you guys love crab cakes. But I will eat imitation crab in sushi. I actually don't mind imitation crab in sushi. But for me, it's like, it's gotta be like a, every few bites of like proper nigiri, then like after like my fourth or whatever little like nigiri, tuna, salmon, sushi, whatever, then I'll take one bite of the California roll, you know, and then I'll be like, it's like a different, sensation, you know. But the problem with imitation crab meat with sushi is that a lot of sushi places like pack all of their specialty rolls with imitation crab. So it ends up being that like if you get a couple specialty rolls at a sushi place, you're eating just mostly imitation crab. You know, you're not really getting a wide variety of flavor. Because when you just eat just like the straight up raw fish or like the, you know, the little fish on the rice, and then you take a bite of the imitation crab like sushi, you really realize how heavy that stuff is, you know? It's like, it's definitely designed to, you know, it's no mistake that it's in like every roll. It's cheap and it fills you up, you know? Yeah, I don't hate imitation crab. It's just, it's hard to do right. Yeah, it's definitely in that same category of mystery meat for sure as like canned tuna, right? Canned sardines are better. Yeah, that's what I've heard is like health-wise, if you're going to eat a canned fish, that canned sardines are like the most nutritious. But man, you want to talk about fucking smelly. Jesus Christ. Those things smell up a whole fucking house. Yeah, there's bone. That's what it is there's bones and, excuse me, in the canned sardines. You just eat that shit. Just crunch on them little bones. Those little boners. But yeah, I've never really been able to appreciate like any sort of canned fish product. Tuna, sardine, anchovies. Can't do any of that. Bones. Well, with sardines, the bones are so small that like they're not like breaking your teeth or anything. Your buddy was in a subway after nightclub. Behind him was a girl who did whine the whole time about how she wanted cookies. Your friend listened to that whining when it was his turn to make the order. He told the cashier to give him all the cookies they got. Why? Why is he hating on this girl so much? He just picked violence. He should have given her some cookies. He should have bought all the cookies and then given her some. That would have been the right... Even if she was being an annoying bitch or something. That would have been like the good ending. Like, buy all the cookies and she's like, what? You took all the cookies? I was like, I'm just kidding. Here you go. Have like 5, you know. That would have been the move, the play. If he just bought all the cookies and just left, that would have been insane. That would have been like some evil villain. That's like the evil villain origin story type shit. How often do I play ads? A lot. What you should do, Goofy, if you're not subscribed to my channel, which I'm guessing you're not, you should watch on YouTube. It says right when you enter my Twitch chat that there's less ads on YouTube, so there's really no reason. If you're watching a bunch of ads on Twitch and you don't like it, which I totally understand, you gotta watch on YouTube instead. That's the solution. You understand? I know you've been here long enough to know this, Goofy. Like, I know you may not, you may prefer Twitch to YouTube for one reason or another, but like, if you're gonna watch my stream without subscribing or anything like that, I mean, like, it is a better option, you know, if you want to see less ads. So I'm giving you that option, you know what I mean? Because I want people to be able to enjoy my stream for free, but you know, like, I agree with you. Twitch runs way too many ads. I run the maximum that Twitch allows, but even if I ran the minimum, it would still be too much. So I might as well just jump off the deep. My attitude is like, I might as well jump off the deep end and then just multi-stream on a platform where it is watchable for free. So that's my outlook on that. But yeah, to answer your original question, I run the max. Like, it's no mistake that you're seeing like 8 in a fucking row, you know? And you know, before anyone calls me greedy or anything like that, like, you know what? Fair. If you want to call me greedy for that. But like, I'm not making bank here. I get like maybe $20 a day from ad revenue, which keeps me going. It makes me less reliant on begging for subs and sub going. So it's like, it's kind of like what would you guys pick, you know? It's like, I think for this stream, like, it makes more sense that I'm just running a bunch of ads and giving the option for YouTube, you know what I mean? Rather than sitting here and like begging you guys to sub and donate so I can make a similar amount, you know, to make a livable amount, you know. But yeah, I just want to address that because I know someone might be like, oh, come on, turn the ads down. Even if I turn the ads down, there will be, you know, it's still too much is the problem. I can't make any of the ads skippable on Twitch, and I can't make them be like, I can't make them be like anything less than 3 minutes an hour, which is going to be like several 30-second ads in a row. At best, you know, so there's really no winning. Or I make no money from ad revenue on Twitch, and then it plays a 60-second pre-roll every time you come to my stream. So that sucks too, you know. So there's no good solution. So I pick the one that benefits me, and then give you guys the option to watch basically with way less ads on YouTube. So I hope that's respectable. I hope that makes sense. I realize that it is kind of cannibalizing my Twitch viewership to some degree, but it's you know, that's you know, sorry. Like, it's the best solution that I could find. Is the truth. There's no good solution here. I can't just turn off the ads. It doesn't let me do that on Twitch. Three, two, one, go. Even if I could just turn off all ads, I probably wouldn't. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to like, I do this as a full-time job basically. So if I want this to be sustainable, you know, that's a concession I have to make, you know. So anyways, I'm sorry to all the ad watchers out there. I understand they're fucking super annoying, but please, if you're struggling with ads on Twitch, go watch on YouTube. I show both chats on screen. I make it as you know, if you don't like watching on YouTube, I totally get it. It's like a different platform, but like, I show both chats on screen. You know, I make it as easy as possible for you guys to be a part of the screen. I'm not one of those streamers that just ignores their YouTube chat. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, YouTube gang is dope. You know, I love my YouTube chat. You know, it's not like YouTube is like my poverty chat or something. It's like, dude, they're just as base and generous as you guys sometimes. You know, on Twitch. So yeah, YouTube for the win. I totally, especially if you're watching for free, like that's the move. There's no reason to watch me on Twitch if you're watching just with no Twitch Prime or Twitch Turbo or anything. So anyways, I hope that answers the question for whoever was asking earlier. I hope that's a respectable answer is really what I should say for the guy that was kind of struggling with that. Or why so many ads? So I hope you don't. I hope you accept me for my decision here. And if not, sorry. Yo, Ali, thanks for the $1. Appreciate that. What's up, yeah, Core? Thanks for the good luck. Yeah, correct, Michael. If you buy Twitch Turbo, that's what I have. I have Twitch Turbo. It's $12 a month, but you don't get ads on any stream, regardless of whether you're subscribed or not. So if you watch Twitch a lot, it's pretty worth. I mean, it's like one of those things, like you gotta bite the bullet and sub if you're watching Twitch a lot. By the way, shoutouts to Master Kuko with the tier 1 earlier. Just saw that. For some reason, I'm not hearing any of my Twitch alerts. But thank you, Master Kuko. Andrew Prosser, thank you for the $1.99. I'll read your message in a sec. Stack that money. I mean, this really isn't like a... Whenever I talk about ads and all this, first of all, thank you, Andrew. Whenever I talk about ads and like, hey, am I justified in this approach? It's always like the response I get from my chat room is like, yeah, get that bag, girl. It's like, I'm not trying to exploit you guys, you know? I'm not trying to like get rich off of this hobby, you know? I'm just trying to get by. This isn't like get that bag. This is like get by and be able to live a happy, balanced life. This isn't like get rich quick scheme or anything. I want to make that very clear. I really am not trying to exploit you guys by running a bunch of ads on my Twitch. I'm merely making this hobby like that much less high pressure to like be, you know, sub-goaling, and I'm trying to take the pressure off of you guys, you know, and off myself to like force you guys to give me money like that, you know? That's the whole thought process behind it. So it's really, I don't look at it like a greedy thing at all, because the other side of that coin is even more greedy, where I run as minimal ads as possible, and then I'm like begging you guys to sub all fucking day, you know? It's like which do you prefer? Like which is the more greedy thing? I mean, they're both, there's no good solution. So yeah, this isn't like a, oh, I'm trying to get that bag, I'm chasing that bag. It's not like that. It's like I'm picking the lesser of two evils here, as far as I can tell, you know. You want to be exploited? Yeah, we can do that. I'd love to exploit this game a little bit, get some good fucking runs. That'd be nice. When will I do an NPC stream? Like Miles Morales. Thanks for the flowers. Up and at 'em. Yeah, thank you, Fina. I'm glad you look at it that way. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Big Shorts, for the good luck and the prime. I knew I could hear those alerts. And again, shouts to Master Kuko for the tier 1 earlier, and Dev for the tier 1 earlier as well. Cute chat. Come on, it was so close. Too far. Another reset for the books. I was really feeling that first attempt too. There it is. Get me out of the damn mama proxy, god damn it. Looks like we're 2.5 hours into stream so far. The stream has really been going by, flying by today. I will say now that I've been going for a while, for a good 2 hours straight on just the runs, I am starting to get a little like, I don't want to say tired, but losing my edge, I guess you could say. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's get it. It's a Vile Shaft. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Oh my god, I hope we can get some going here. I would love to at least get one promising pace today. Into Beastmakers or something. Noob? Who, me? Who, me? What's up, Mark? I do not plan on playing Spyro 2 today. I'm going to grind this game harder in place of playing Spyro 2. I will do Spyro 2 in the future, just not today. You'll see in my title if I'm thinking about it. Like, you know, remember like the other day it was like Spyro 2 after maybe, you know. I'll mention it in my title if I'm considering playing Spyro 2 that day after runs. But yeah, today I'm not. The Peacemakers are Spaniard? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, like Spanish infantry units or something. Oh, God. I don't know, that's probably some inspiration. Same with like the bullfighters or something. What's up, Bosty? I don't know, I don't think it's meant to be that direct of a reference. Confirmed, Spyro 1 is set in Spain.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
See what I tell you guys, I'm getting a little sleepy. Did I just make any of you guys yawn right now? Any yawners? Huh. God, I can't stop yawning now. Good shit. Good lord. Bad shit, not good shit. I will say it does feel nice to yawn. It's like very comfy. It's comforting. Just not when you're trying to keep your focus up. I ain't trying to be sleepy right now. I'm trying to be gamer. Yeah, we need to start a yawn counter. I'm already at like 3 yawns this run. we're almost done though. Yeah, shout out Big Shorts guy with the 18 months, legend. Oh, I touched that dragon badly. Yawn number 4. Okay. Nice whiff. Oh, that was number 5 right there. Barely into Peacekeepers. We're 5 yawns deep on this run. Wake up. What's up, car slapper? Nice. I need a good chug to wake me up here, I think. Go to sleep like a baby. True, maybe if I don't stay up till 4 a.m. again tonight playing RuneScape, I will. Wow, I'm blown away that made it. That felt like a really weird jump. The thing that kills that Nork with the pink gem is the fan chest. The very first thing you destroy in the level, that fan chest flies up and hits that guy from underneath. Mind blown, right? Should play Yeti Sports Deluxe. Dude, I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm pissed, but Ricky's been picking some good games for, not that that's related at all to that, just on terms of random PS1 games. Monsters Inc. Screen Team was like a fucking favorite of mine as a kid. I loved that game. If I had more balls, I would have joined that. I have the game, you know. I could have totally joined that race. Booga booga booga. Damn, you scared me, Penji's. Now I'm all awake and stuff. Was that the idea? Oh, that'd be so scary. Got too busy yesterday. Too busy getting locked out of the house. Too busy with the orange banter. The orange cream pie creamsicle. I'm floated up. This bitch floating right now. She belongs in a parade, this bitch. Cause she floating. Man, fucking walk this goddamn kind lady down the street because she's about to float away like a balloon, like a baboon. You know? Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, beat. Fuck. Oh my god, just missing everything. I got an outflame charge here. Hey, what's up, crowned experts? Welcome, welcome. Don't feel bad for being late. You're here just in time to see a good run, maybe. How do you press why triangle? Why that one? How the fuck did I press triangle, dog? What the fuck? Why triangle? I overthought that one. I overthought that one for sure. Why triangle? Triangle was not the right button there. If I'm being completely honest with you guys. It was a bold play. It really was. What a maneuver. I almost had a good run on my hands there. Oh, man, I'm getting tired of playing right now. I'm gonna take a little break and I'll be right back. Just gonna eat a couple nuts and rejuvenate myself. I'll let you guys look at this guy's ass. BRB. Do a run. Oh my god. You're doom scrolling. Hey, dude, I feel like I'm doom scrolling through this game right now.
Okay, rolling. Oh,
I'm in like such a fucking, I don't want to say like a rut. I just feel empty. The same kind of emptiness that doom scrolling would give you. What's up, Bix? Welcome, welcome. But we'll see if we can turn that around, maybe get some going here. I almost had a run going there. I just fucking pressed triangle at the worst time. Yeah, I'm trying to be MF doom scrolling, man. For real. I have a ton of shit I can do for your art Twitter. Well, hey, man, whatever. A little artsy fartsy. Oh, time traveler, dude. I just posted. This is for everyone here. I just posted the VODs of the 120% hard mod playthrough. If you want something to do today, I will totally pay you to make a supercut of every successful like hard fought gem collection with like the reaction and stuff. If you can make like a clip supercut of that. I have it all on my VODs channel, exclamation point VODs in the chat. If you don't feel like it, it's fine, but I know you were saying you wanted to do that. Oh my god. Three, two, one, go. Just the hard parts? Yeah. Yeah, like every gem that was like a hard battle, yes. Like,
Oh, it's been
clip the success, you know? And make a supercut of that. I thought was the plan. And if you find any other funny clips like along the way, you can throw them in there too, like why not? But yeah, just exclamation point shuffler in the chat for a link to that playlist with the VODs. I have it in a 3-part little playlist. Yeah, you can put whatever edits you want. It's all good. Is there an ~% category to get mooned by the... I'm sure someone's got to have run it before, right? ~%. I know I haven't. Your favorite dragon says thank you for releasing me. Yeah, I know. It's a very unique dialogue option. Rare dialogue. Branching path. Fallout RPG shit. When the dragon says thank you for releasing me, that's how you know you got the secret good ending. Five polygons. He's got a few more than 5, I think. He's got to be at least like 6. What's up, Ponzo? Your favorite dragon says, I wish you'd have left me in there. I don't remember that one. Calls you a cunt after. Yes, now I remember. The dragon that calls you a fucking cunt, bitch. In the kids game. It's my favorite. I wonder what the Rick and Morty episode... What Rick and Morty episode? What are you talking about? Actually, don't elaborate. Thanks. Oh my god, what the fuck? Come on, dude. Why have I been struggling so hard on that today? So fucking annoying. I was too low on that attempt, I think. More missed gems. Just get me out of here. Give me my 340. Get me out of here. What's up, T-Money? Recently stumbled across the channel. It's awesome, some of the challenges you've done in the speedruns. Good luck with this run, my dude. Thank you, T-Money. Appreciate the hype. I need it right now. I'm definitely in a bit of a rut with my runs today, feeling a little empty and cold and dead and hollow, as speedrunning does to a man. So thank you for the hype, dude. Appreciate that. What's up, Ryan? Yeah, I'm doing all right. You know, all things considered, I'm living, doing my thing. Would love to see a run get going here, that's all. You gotta give me one run. For 3 hours of attempts, you gotta give me something, you know? What's up, Ash? Thank you for the good luck. And what's up, Gold Gem? Fuck you for the fuck. Already off to a bad start here. Hey, Ash, nice 37 yesterday. I actually did watch it. We had you on the TV. It was very cute. Somebody ban that gold gem. Fuck off. Yeah, nights where you couldn't get over the 10% of Rayman without a decent pace. Oh, you speedrun Rayman you're talking about? Cool, cool. GLs and GGs to you, Tortellino. Let's see if we can get a good mama here. Mama Obama. What's up, Sensei? Welcome. That should be good. No. Come on, dude. Come on. No fucking breaks today, dude. I ain't getting no lucky breaks. Yeah, it's so painful. I've gotten actually several decent paces past Mama, but they've all died to really stupid shit before even Ice Cavern. The controls make you pull your hair out. Yeah, I like the controls in this game. I could totally understand what you mean though, Cyber. Like if you're, I think especially if you're used to Reignited and then you play this game, it's like, dude, this game's controls suck by comparison. You can't just point a direction and then charge that way. Like you have to turn Spyro, you have to like spin Spyro without causing a like a turnaround animation to turn him correctly. I could get where that's not intuitive. For me, it's like it's so ingrained into me that it's like it doesn't bother me at all. But I can see it. I could see the struggle, you know. Sith Lord Jar Jar, thank you for the good luck. Yeah, I actually quite like the controls of this game, believe it or not. I find them to be quite tight and responsive. Just like your mother. Yo, Pihei with the tier 2, by the way. Thank you for the tier 2, Pihei. There you are in the chat. Welcome, welcome, man. Hope you're doing fabulous today. Ugh. Do 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 do. I'm just missing everything. Thanks for the good luck, Ryan. All the Mr. Greens, come on now. It's way too early on the touch. What's up, Just Joe? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the hype, Piggy. I need that. We can do it together, man. Fuck off, fuck off. I hate my life. Okay, we can't do that. Try it again. Literally the most cucked possible glide I could have had.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Just amazing movement. Thanks for the good luck, Flawless. Embracing dick and balls? Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's what I gotta do. I just gotta think about men. Think about rippling six-pack abs and massive, well-groomed genitalia. What's up, Pablo? Here, I'll read your question in a moment. Been a while since I played this game. The little jump at the end of the flights doesn't work here. Always charge... Always charge at the end of jumps to reach further. When you say doesn't work here, what do you mean? Just like in general in this game? Yeah, no, it does. I charge usually if I'm making like a long glide. You're asking at the end of glides. Like, do I charge out of them? Yes. In this game, yes. You preserve horizontal momentum charging out of a glide. So generally, if you're making a close glide, you want to charge at the very end of it, just so that you stay horizontal for that little bit while you start the charge. So yes, I do that in this game, in Spyro 1. In Spyro 2 and 3, Spyro goes straight down out of glides, out of a, when you do that, when you charge out of a glide. So you don't do it in those games. But in this game, yes, I press charge at the end of most glides. Not all of them, but most of them. And welcome, Pablo. Hope you're doing good today, man. Yo, Saxor, welcome, welcome. How have runs treated me today? Awfully. I'm in a abusive relationship with this game currently, but we'll see if I can't outsmart it. All's good though. I'm not losing my mind or anything. Just going at it till we get something. Just want to get something going. That's all I'm really asking for. If I could get like one decent run into Beastmakers, then I'll consider today a success. Yeah, that is a pretty cool jump, Bix. I agree. And that out of bounds jump there in the homeworld as well. The wall glide. It's all pretty neat movement. So Grub, is running Reignited more or less the same? No, it's completely different actually, and I don't even say that as a joke or sarcastically. It is actually a completely different physics engine, different game, different speedrun, different mechanics, different tricks. It's very different actually. Troll question? Well, I mean, I'm answering it honestly. I can't know. One thing I've learned like in the last like year or two is that I have to not be so quick to assume that people are trolling, you know? It's like even if a question is like, even if something is a troll and I take it seriously or something, like it's fine, like as long as I don't get too heated or get too fucking mind gamey about it, 4D chess about it, like it's all good, you know. I don't mind answering questions, even if they might appear a little trolly from my jaded viewpoint. I try to remember that not everyone is in that spot, is as used to questions as I am. What instrument did I study? I played a vibraphone in college. Come on. That's not gonna work. Got pulled back by the corner. I was a jazz studies major, and I played vibraphone in the jazz bands in college. It was cool. I don't currently play vibraphone much at all. I don't have one here in my apartment. 3, 2, 1, go. Nor am I like super crazy about vibraphone music or anything, so, you know. I mean, I like some vibe artists and stuff, you know, some of the jazz greats like Cal Jader and Milt Jackson, but, you know, whatever. It's just another instrument. I think when you're a percussionist, like you don't like necessarily, in my case, like being a percussionist means that you look at like a big family of instruments, you know, in the world of percussion. So even though I studied vibes in college, I'm not like just a vibraphonist, you know, I'm mostly more of just a percussionist is how I would describe it. Like I've played way more drum set in my life than vibraphone, even though that's like what I got my degree in vibes. And I'm hardly even that good at vibraphone, to be completely honest with you. I'm probably dog shit at it nowadays. Probably don't even remember half the songs I used to know. That's alright. Because, you know, I spend my days speedrunning Spyro, and this is what I like doing. Rather than forcing myself to play some instrument out of a false sense of identity, you know what I'm saying? Vibraphone players always get the chicks? Yeah, I wish. I probably could have leveraged my vibraphone playing to get more women. I probably could have done that. There were certainly girls in college that probably fancied me that I could have, like, if I was more extroverted, I could, like, you know, hey, you know, maybe let's like work on a song together or something, you know, some vocalist, you know, type shit. I probably could have done that, but I'm not really that type of guy, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not really that deep into it, to be honest with you. Maybe if music was my life, you know, then I'd be doing more stuff like that. Playing music and getting chicks, you know, it's just hardly my personality, I guess. But yeah, you are right. People love a vibraphone. In a band, seeing a vibraphone out in the wild, someone playing like with some crazy fucking shit, you know. It is definitely visually striking. Am I a fan of major 7 sharp 11 chord? Yeah, sure. Like Girl from Ipanema or whatever. Or Lost Woods or any of that. I'm a fan of all chords. I remember, dude, it's funny you mentioned that chord in particular, major 7 sharp 11. When my vibes teacher first was explaining extensions to me and why there's a sharp 11 on a major 7th chord as an extension, he said, all right, we'll play just a natural 11th. Play every note in the arpeggio, do 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 do, and then play that 11th. And it sounds like fucking dog shit. It changes the entire chord to play a natural 11th over a major 7th chord. It turns a major chord into a dominant chord. It changes it into like, it sounds more like the 5 chord than the 1 chord when you do that. It implies like a dominant 7th on over a 5. It's so confusing because when you start playing with extensions with music, it's like you start to realize that there are chords on top of chords. There are like chords layered within other chords, and so the bass note is really relevant. And if you're playing something on top of a chord that doesn't contextualize what's underneath it, then it's no good. So, yeah, having that kind of brain blast, so like, why does a major 7th chord have a sharp 11 as a extension? Is because if it wasn't that way, it would sound like dog shit. Like having that visceral realization in front of an instrument was like, oh, you know. What happened to that guy? Some 41? I don't know. I don't think I banned him or anything. Maybe I did. I don't think so, though. Maybe. Part 1 is 12. Dude, it's a 29-hour playthrough, Time Traveler. Like, it's gonna be long. Like, if you are... what I'd like you to... This is what I'd like you to do, Time Traveler, is take a look at, like you're saying, like... take a look at how much work you have ahead of you, and let me know via DM how many hours roughly you think that's going to be and how much you want to get paid for that. Like, give me a concept of how hard you want to work on this, and we can like start to plan accordingly. Okay. He's editing a supercut of satisfying breakthroughs from my hard 120% mod, or at least he's like getting started on it. He's just looking at it. Nothing is an official commission yet, obviously. Like he's saying, he's just seeing what's ahead of him, and it's like, hey, maybe he doesn't want to do it anymore. Like, that's fine, you know. But do DM me with like what you envision for this, because it is going to be like kind of like a bit of an undertaking. Just send me a DM with what you think what you want to happen. Money and time investment wise, and final product wise. You'll do 1 hour cuts, alright. Yeah, we'll see how much of the VOD you can get through with 1 hour of editing. It should be a good amount. 1 hour's worth of clipping from a 29-hour thing. That's got to get through a good chunk of it. Yeah, but I like that plan. You can go from there. Spyro flavored ice cream. You know, they made a Spyro flavored G Fuel, and it's like dragon fruit flavored, but literally there was so much artificial sweetener in it. It literally just like tasted like somebody fucking imagined a fruit. You know what I mean? Where it's like something that's fruit flavored. It doesn't taste like that fruit. It tastes like somebody described the fruit to you and then just put a bunch of chemicals in it. That's what it tasted like. It tasted awful. Like, we were gonna... I remember we tried it at ESA in fucking, like, Laura's fucking hotel room or whatever. And I was gonna mix it with, like, vodka and stuff. Like, yeah, Spyro drink, you know? Hell fucking no, dude. That shit tasted like ass. It wasn't the worst drink ever. It just was not good. A not good... zero sugar fruit beverage. Not like these fucking Gatorades, dude. These Gatorade Zeros... Now, that is a good fucking... fruit punch zero sugar drink. I highly recommend Gatorade Zero. Song request, and then my Nightbot was like, hey. That's funny. God fucking damn it. Let me get a fucking run going, man. Great moonshine? Dude, I'd fucking rock great moonshine. That sounds good.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
I have a song I can request. Guys, there is no music playing on my fucking stream besides the Spyro music. We're requesting for what? What request? What's my favorite track from this soundtrack if I had to pick just one? I was talking about this earlier. Probably High Caves or Treetops. Because they have my favorite melody from the game. Yeah, that's really all it was. I agree, Koopa. It was just very artificial tasting. Like, I don't mind dragon fruit flavored stuff. It's just like, if it's just completely covered up by the taste of diet sweetener type shit, like, it's just gross. Yeah, we're gonna move Goyle's request to the front of the line here, in front of the punk rock listeners. I think slut is a good request. We're gonna immediately put that on. I'm gonna turn on the slut meter right now for this run. Turn up the sluttiness. Glimmer thing. Yeah, I dig it. Dude, the Glimmer music is tight like the first time you hear it in a play session. But then like when you're hearing it over and over and over, like that song gets like that one wears on you a bit. But yeah, no, it is a banger. I will give you that. Boom, boom, boom. Doo, 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 doo. Radberry flavored black tea. Do you meant to say raspberry or radberry? Doesn't have any bullshit outside the normal stuff and normal shit. That sounds good. You know what I've been drinking since you guys are talking about tea? I've just been drinking hot water. I know. Crazy. Like, I'm not a big, like, tea is good. I don't mind, like, we just ran out of Earl Grey. I like Earl Grey with honey, it's fine. But, like, after a night of, you know, drinking these Gatorades and maybe some beers and having some food, having just a cup of hot water is good, dude. Like, am I crazy? I feel like it's better than just putting a tea bag in there. Like, this is my hot take, is, like, hot water is better than unsweetened hot tea. That's my hot take, because it tastes the same shit, you know? They both just taste like hot water, just the tea has just like a little bitter, you know, aftertaste to it. If you're not putting like sweetener in there. Tell us about your first Sona. I technically do have a first Sona. My first Sona is a fucking polar bear wearing swim trunks and 90s sunglasses. And of course no shirt. He's think of like a Coca-Cola polar bear. That's me. That's my first Sona. I've never commissioned a single drawing of it. But Laura did post one drawing that her friend made or something. Of her hitting me with a baseball bat with her first Sona. With me being the fucking bear. The polar bear. Hot water is good for you. It's weirdly will hydrate you faster because you don't need to burn calories to warm it. Whoa, I didn't even know that. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. Do it Asian people style. Is that like a thing? Is it like an Asian person thing to just have hot water? I feel like it's so unusual in America to just have hot water. Like, oh, it has to be tea or coffee or some other hot beverage. Hot chocolate. Like, no, you can't just have hot water. Like, hot water fucking goes hard, dude. Hot water is very modest. It's a nice way to kind of calm your stomach after a meal. And dude, the best part of hot water is that you don't have to heat it back up once it like cools down a little bit, it gets like lukewarm, then it's just water. You know, it's like when you have like tea or hot chocolate or something, it's like you gotta heat it back up, you know? Not so with hot water. You just fucking let it cool down and then it's just water. It's like, hey, this is still good, you know? It's a win-win. It's such a win-win beverage. I think we complicate hot beverages as a society. That's my hot take. It's hard to drink hot water if you're really parched. Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about drinking it after running a marathon. I'm talking about like in the evening after already having dinner and stuff. And just chilling out. That's usually when I would be having like tea or something like that anyways. Alright, finally out of that fucking level. Let's see if Mama doesn't fuck me here. We will see. Oh, fuck. Wasn't ready with that level exit there. I was raising my arms to the sky. You want your water to taste like you're licking a rock? You like the mineral water? We had water, I remember out like, it was like over by Big Bear, like in the mountains outside of LA. We had water there it was from like a spring. It was so good. It tasted like that. It tastes like you were licking a rock or something, which sounds gross, but it's nice. God damn it, dude. I just cannot get any runs. So sad. Is your opinion on garden hose water? Like the plasticky, talk about tasting like a rock. Garden hose water tastes like the fucking the metal spigot at the end. A little bit of rust. Alright, I'm just gonna continue this. I've been resetting like all fucking day. What's up, Daria? Thank you for the good luck. Reach for your phone to tell you that hot water is gross. Bro, you literally just called water gross. Why is hot water gross? So okay, hot water plus a bunch of sugar and flavoring, that's not gross. Hot chocolate, not gross. Hot coffee, not gross. Hot tea with fucking honey and fucking sugar and goddamn crack cocaine, that's fine, but just the water part is the gross part? The only part that isn't bad for you is gross? Yeah, water? What the fuck? This guy drinks water? Get a load of this guy. Right? Yeah, I'm talking about like boiling. Like, I don't mean like from a sink. I mean like getting a tea kettle and boiling hot water. Just like you're gonna make tea, but just skip the tea bag. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like you turn on your fucking faucet and pour like almost sort of hot water. That's not the same. It's not hot enough. Beer and water aren't the same thing. I wish they were. I wish my biggest gripe about alcohol and beer especially is that it is dehydrating. It's a liquid that you drink that dehydrates you. Isn't that fucking back asswards? Like, you have to like drink extra water or whatever thing in addition to beer, so that way you're not like at a net loss of hydration. Because yeah, I'll get those dehydration headaches like crazy if I'm not drinking a shit ton of water with beer or whatever. So you just end up like pissing like a fucking racehorse, dude. But yeah, isn't that fucking insane? Like a product that is mostly water dehydrates you. Hydration indexes. Yeah, I'm sure that like that's interesting. Is that what that's called? A hydration index? Like a list of like how hydrating different beverages are? Like beer and alcohol being on like the negative side of that index and whatever. Coffee dehydrates you, but adding milk in it equalizes? Oh, I didn't know that. Sarah adds milk to her coffee. I don't. Capri Suns used to make you thirsty. Dude, any drink that has sugar in it will make you thirsty for water, you know? If you don't want the taste of, like, your rotting teeth, you know, to be prevalent. Like, you could get used to drinking just all sorts of flavored beverages and no water, but once you get used to drinking predominantly just water, be it hot or cold or whatever, then you start drinking stuff like sugary beverages that are meant to, like, you know, Gatorade or whatever, like meant to hydrate you, and it's like, fucking goddamn, I need to drink this with a glass of water, you know, because, like, I can't, you know. It's when you're actually parched, like, that shit, like, sticks to your throat, like, weirdly. It's like, oh. Yeah, I drink Gatorade Zero. Sarah and I get like the big 12 packs, or not the big 12, but like they're like a smaller size. Because you know Gatorades and Powerades are like big, like 16-ounce bottles. We get like the 12-ounce, like little baby bottles in a 12 pack for like, you know, $7 or whatever. Gatorade Zero. Yeah, this is definitely my. I have one right here. This is definitely my favorite zero sugar drink. Really good to have alongside alcohol. It's the perfect balance. That's why whenever I drink alcohol, you got a triple fist. You have to have your alcoholic beverage. You have to have a non-alcoholic beverage to balance the flavor. So it's like if you're drinking beer, then you want like a sweet like drink. Or if you're drinking something sweet, you want like a, you know, maybe like, or, you know, just water or something. And then on top of that, you need water, you know? So it's like, you can't just, if you're gonna go have a drink, it's like, you can't just have just one drink. You gotta, if you're like me, you gotta like have 3, like, you know, holding 2 in one hand type of thing. Super extra. But if I'm gonna enjoy a drink, like I'm gonna enjoy a drink by chasing it with another contrasting drink and then sipping down some water to clear my throat and stuff. And it's like if you're gonna have a flavored drink and to enjoy, you know, it's like you gotta go all out. You can't just fucking just chug down one of them and then just that's it, you know. Yeah, beer plus cider plus water, dude. That's when it gets dangerous. Is when you start like chasing one alcoholic beverage, like balancing it with another. Like you'll have a beer and then you'll have like a fucking like a real sour like margarita next to like on the side. And they like the tastes like cancel each other out. It's like, oh, the bitter beer gets like offset by the sweet sour margarita. But you're drinking both of them, you know, and you're tricking your body into thinking you're like nourishing yourself because you're contrasting the sensations like that, but you're just drinking more and more alcohol. It just catches up with you. It's funny. So then, of course, you have the fucking water on the side. Like that cures the fucking drunkenness. Yeah, that is true, Graceful. Vibraphonist is the most widely used term. The vibra harp was like is like an old it's a very old school terminology because back when the vibraphone was being created in the 20th century, it was originally called the vibra harp and was an extension of the xylophone and also the marimba. All of those instruments came into the Western dialect around the same time in the early 20th century. And so there was a lot of different like, you know, little offshoot like names and things like that. So vibra harp instead of vibraphone was one of those. But yeah, you don't see people calling the instrument a vibra harp anymore, though. It's like how the first drum sets in the 20th century, you know, moving out of marching band, you know, drumming to like a drum set for jazz. Those were originally, instead of being called drum sets, they were called trap kits. But now a trap kit is like something different now in when talking about drum sets. So yeah, the terminology with music, instrumentation definitely changes with time. Kind of frustratingly so to people who are trying to learn about that. What's up, Bryson? Thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate that. I'm just gonna no reset this run, y'all. I'm gonna try my best here. Yeah, it sounds like we're talking about like trap music or whatever. Oh, god damn it, dude. I just want to no reset. Fuck you. Oh yeah, dude, bell sets are confusing with the terminology because there's bell sets and then there's glockenspiels. And they're basically the same thing, except the Glock is like the old, you know, terminology. Like when you were in marching band in the 70s, you'd have a Glock. You'd have a Glock in your Rari. You'd have a, we call it a Glock for short. You'd have a Glock, and you'd have like a little harness that you would like kind of stick it on, that you'd be marching along with the band, playing like your little bells, your glockenspiel, you know. And nowadays, like, you know, the bell set has progressed as an instrument to become its own thing, independent of the glockenspiel. But they're both essentially the same thing. So it's kind of just confusing to some like mom trying to buy their kid like a thing for marching band. So yeah, there's just a lot of weird like overlap with the instruments and terminology. especially with percussion instruments. Dude, tubular bells are the best, bro. Oh my god, they sound so tight. They sound like you're in a fucking like fantasy like cinematic thing, like. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like you don't want to confuse bell set with tubular bells, which are like the big stand-up bells, you know. And then what about crotales? Crotales are bells, are they not? What about standalone bells from cymbals? Those are just called bells. So the terminology is all fucked. There's just that one word, bell, can describe like fucking like 5 or 6 different instruments. At least, you know, just off the top of my head. There's Taco Bell. Can't forget that. Dude, Taco Bell's guilty of the same thing. They just fucking make the same damn fucking, you know, food and call it something different. The same problem. Taco Bell. I'm gonna be so behind here. Let's see, what are the splits saying? Plus 38, all right, let's, okay, new goal. Survive. We gotta keep it less than a minute behind here, that's the goal. Can we do it? Who thinks I can beat this run sub 1 minute behind? I've been playing like dog shit today. Is the triangle a bell? I mean, it's an interesting question. I think it's more, it's a chime is a better word to describe it. But there is a fine line between a chime and a bell. A lot of it's the materials and the shape as well. And again, that's another thing that there's a lot of crossover. Like, you know, by the logic of what is a chime versus a bell, then tubular bells should really be called tubular chimes. But there's definitely, you could make an argument that a triangle is a bell. Just I mean, what is a bell? Just a piece of metal that vibrates at a high pitch, you know? Basically. So the shape of it and the material is like really the only distinctifying characteristic. Oh, I'm gonna get fucked. Okay, we're good. Come on. Oh my god, please. Does it have to do with the frequency? Like what, with the naming of a bell or a chime or whatever? I don't think so. There's no convention about it is the thing. There's like these instruments in various forms have only really been like named in Western, like in the Western music dialect for like the better part of a century, you know? Nobody gave a fuck what the fuck a glockenspiel was in the 1800s or what the fuck a tubular set of bells were. Like the whole percussion section didn't really exist like as we know it until then, you know? Alongside the birth of like the concert orchestra in the late, like, I mean, not that I'm a music historian or anything. I'm just saying that the world of percussion instruments is something that's relatively new that doesn't have a lot of established conventions with the naming of things. Like drums and like cymbals are just named after what effect they produce. This cymbal makes a crashing noise. We'll call it a crash cymbal. This one sounds like a fucking trash can. We'll call it a trash stack. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking. Oh, this one looks like it looks like a little hat. We'll call it the hi-hat, even though it's below the other cymbals. Hi-hat. You know, it's just like it's like baby shit. There's no like rhyme or It's like there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not like, oh, okay, this bell is exactly 364 hertz. Therefore, it is a tubular, dubular, spoobular bell and not a fucking chime, fucking Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, you know, fucking established this back in 1942, actually, you know. There's no rhyme or reason to it, guys. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of weird gray area crossover with this stuff. with trying to name instruments, just trying to put a name to this shit, you know? At the end of the day, this is what's cool about percussion instruments, is at the end of the day, you just hit something. It doesn't even have to be an actual instrument. You just fucking smack something, and it makes a cool noise, and that's it. The whole, like, trying to name the fucking thing is just, it's a losing battle. There's gonna be more things that you can hit and make cool noises with than you'll ever be able to name or distinctify. Oh god, double bass, which can refer to a fucking stand-up stringed bass that's extra large, or it can refer to a double bass drum, or it can refer to a clef. I believe there's a double bass clef. Yeah, music is just full of like terms that can mean different things in different contexts like that. You can hit shit. I love the way you look at it, Milkshake. It's like, compared to like learning like the clarinet or like, you know, some wind instrument or string instrument, it's like, dude, you can just fucking breathe while you play. Like, people don't think about that. When you're deciding what instrument to play in school, it's like, huh, you want to play a wind instrument? You're gonna have to learn how to fucking suffocate yourself. You know, you're gonna have to learn how to control your air and suck in as much as possible in between notes and blow it all out without getting dizzy and passing out, which kids do all the time, learning these instruments. Like, no one tells you that part when you're learning the trumpet. No one warns you about that. Like, it's a valid point, you know? It's like, oh, I play percussion because I don't want to fucking suffocate on my instrument, you know? Wow, what a novel concept, you know? Even string instruments are really, they fuck up your fingers, dude. Like, have you ever tried like playing like a guitar for like a long period of time? That shit will like actually tear into your fingers if they're not like calloused up and stuff and like really adjusted to that. And I mean like make lesions and like cuts into your hands, you know, to do for an extended period of time. Blisters, you know. But yeah, it's like the average person just learning guitar, they don't really consider that, you know? They don't consider the physical implications of delving into something like that. But music, playing an acoustic instrument has a lot of, whatever instruments, you know, family it's from, it's gonna have physical implications on your body. And that's like a scary concept when it's just like, hey, pick an instrument for your school band, little Timmy. Do you want the saxophone that'll fucking blow your fucking lips out from the vibration? Or you'd rather blow out your embouchure with a brass instrument? You'll suffocate on both trying to get good at them. It's like, damn, that's shit's metal, you know? It's kind of the same way with like swimming, you know, where it's like swimming is this beautiful, like majestic, you know, really healthy, dare I say even artistic, you know, like form of physical expression, really. But at the end of the day, you're fucking trying not to suffocate yourself and drown, you know what I mean? Like, you've just mastered that art, right? It's kind of similar playing like certain instruments. So you master the art of not literally physically destroying yourself in one way or the other, just to be able to play the damn thing. But with swimming, it's a lot more, I think we much more naturally realize that it's like, oh, jumping in a big body of water and you know, and sloshing around, that's dangerous. That you could drown, you know? Like, you gotta get good so you don't drown. But you don't think about that when you're picking up the fucking bassoon, you know what I mean? That the shape of your lips like impacts like the way the reed buzzes and stuff inside your mouth, and all that vibration over time fucking wears away your goddamn fucking gums and lips and shit, you know? And breath control and stuff. Yeah, it's hardcore, man. I'm telling you guys. That's why musicians are fucking sick, dude. They don't like it's a real like physical thing. It's a real it can be a real degenerative physical experience that you have to find a way to overcome through technique or through, you know, some approach. Yeah, never make fun of a band kid. They're already going through it, and that's not even talking about how awkward they are. Social cues aside, they are physically going through it on that damn fucking stage, you know? Anytime I've ever played a show, like, on drums, like, played a set for a band or something, I step off of the stage drenched. And I mean, like, fucking, like, comical, like, water park, like someone poured, like, an entire bucket, like, AOS ice bucket challenge of sweat. Just for playing, like, just like a fucking, like, a 1 hour, 2 hour set, just playing drums, you know, just playing for, like, a few hours. Drenched. Yeah, the ALS. Did I just awaken some core memories there for you guys? Dude, yeah, that's another thing. Dude, Wistful makes such a good point. Is normally if you're on a stage, like giving a performance, musically or otherwise, the chances are there are bright-ass hot lights on you. Like, you guys know how I always complain about, like, the reason I'm shirtless on stream is because, you know, there's like lights all around me and they fucking heat you up, you know? Imagine that, but like with 10 times that. To just sit and play, like, you know, a couple tunes with your high school orchestra. Fucking blare. The lights are so bright. To those of you guys who have never stood on a stage before while it's properly lit, you literally can't see the audience because the lights are so, it's like the sun in your eyeballs. It's fucking bad for your eyes, honestly. Forget all the audio implications for your ears and the, you know, audio damage and tinnitus. Just your eyeballs and your physical overheating. You're gonna get a heat stroke putting on a good show sometimes, dude. No joke. And being like all active on stage on top of that, no, it's fucked, y'all. It is fucked. Oh, I fucked this guy up. This guy's fucked. You forget you have eyes. That doesn't work for vibraphone. Yeah, dude. Actually, one of the skills you develop as a mallet percussionist is being able to play the instrument without looking down at it. It's a really tough thing to learn initially, but once you get good at it, you feel like a fucking superhuman. You feel like a professional blindfolded speedrunner to like just read a piece of music while playing a mallet instrument without having to like look down every 2 seconds. You just have a feel for where the keys are at the end of your mallets. Go day. Thank you, Spyro fan. I'm officially a minute behind here. I mean, my goal was to finish this run sub 1 minute behind. I don't know if that's happening. Yes, hi, Spyro fan. I saw your other 10 messages there. Welcome. Oh my god, fuck. Minute behind. Yeah, true. I mean, I'm living that life. Any luck today? Dude, my runs have been dog shit today. No luck. Oh, do they really? I never even realized that, man. The blue thieves versus the green and red ones. Like different Like just their like little na 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 thing is different. I never realized that. What's up, Sora? Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the nice words, everybody, on this awful run. Gassing me, making me feel better here. Appreciate that. I need that. Just gonna go upstairs. I have not been paying attention to the gem count. Okay, what the fuck? What the Sigma? You guys like that one? You guys like what the Sigma? Yo, Saboom on 119 pace? Yo, true? True facts? Don't even, dude, I don't even get up unless he's on 118. I don't even get out of bed without Saboom being on sub 1 hour pace. In 120%. Yo, Saboom launching the nuclear weapons. Dude, I sleep. Saboom launching nukes, I sleep. Saboom on 10-3 pace. Maybe I'll watch the back half of that run. Maybe. He was on sub entering Peacekeepers. Yeah, true. True, you know, like if you just play like if you just think about it, like we could basically be like Tasses within the first, like if you just think about the potential of a run, the first second of the run is the one that has the most potential for the rest of the run. And what I mean by that is no matter what you do in the first second, you can always get in a humanly impossible time, possibly, in the following rest of the run after your first second. You're like, at the first second of a run, you're like even a brand new player is 119 pace. You know? It's just what happens after that's the problem. If only they could just take the leaderboard position, just give it to him for getting Nestor skip or something. Oh my god, come on. It's a shame it doesn't work that way. It's a shame they reward the full playthrough rather than just the potential. Really is a shame. You were watching the Silly Billy reaction? I hope you liked that, Aladite. I actually did the fucking one of the bounces here in Dreamweavers on the silly percent run to complete the hard 120% mod. I'm very proud of myself for that. Flopping off one of the little guys. These fucks. Tell Miggle I said hi. He can see you. He knows you exist. Right, Penjies? Go Deo. Thank you, Spyro fan. Is Saboom actually on a good pace right now? Now you guys got me curious. Fuck, all these memes are getting to me now. You guys are getting in my head. You guys know Saboom lives in my head rent-free. Dude, Sporo's about to be living in my head rent-free, dude. That motherfucking... That guy just got a 121 the other day. You guys sleep on Sporo. It's kind of sad, honestly. And Adam. You guys also sleep on Adam as well. You guys gotta wake up. Wake up, Irons. I'm gonna start saying that on stream. Get it together, Iron Men. Fucking Guardians of the Rift. We failed the minigame. Must be the Iron Men. Must be the other accounts that aren't like mine. It's their fault. Get it together, Irons. Okay, 29. And then there's another 10 outside. So I can skip the yellow, but not the extra purple. Or the extra blue, pardon me. I don't think there's a silly percent for Spyro 2. I don't believe so. Oops. Jump charging all over the place here. I need this. Oh, I did that wrong. I'm playing like a fucking jackass right now. Dog. You really had to take my- Dude, no. Just get up there. Wow, this has been such an unnecessarily hard jog here. Losing a lot of time. This is like just- This is like every turn in this level has been just bullshit. Beck. Best mod. Beck. I hope we get a silly percent for Spyro 2. Yeah, that'd be cool. Get his ass. Get whose ass? Whose ass are we getting? Someone in this chat have a nice ass? Well, do you know what's funny? I saved time on the Dreamweaver, so that's funny. Alright, anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be it. This could be the first try rat proxy. In fact, it's likely to be that, since this is such a shit run. No, this is not gonna work. Yeah, that was fucked. I was way too far left there. Alright, the sub game over, rat. Give me this. Oh, it was a good attempt, actually. Almost. A little unlucky with that, but good execution. Riveting gameplay here. Dude, I'm fucking sucking here. Fair attempt, but not quite the money. Thank you. No, no thank you. How is that not enough height? Fucking bitch ass. Hi? Oh, Bex. Oh my God. Are you fucking saying hi for like the 10th time? This fucking guy, this jabroni. Yeah, he's more like hi, like hi, you know what I mean? Yeah, hi. That's a great word, by the way, jabroni. Look at this fucking jabroni. Look at this absolute kookster. Look at this kick streamer. What's up, Jadio? What up, bitches? She says. Deo Spin Chuggers in the chat. I'm gonna definitely take a chug of this water after this run. This run had me in a daze. My runs were just shit today, guys. I gotta keep it 100. I am not doing any more runs. I'm done after this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my fellow Spyro enjoyers, but I can't. I need to take a break, eat food, and then do a Spyro lesson. I'm done giving a shit about this game right now. But I did put in a good effort, I guess. A for effort. Didn't even get the 40-20. Shit. Imagine being nasty and seeing Spyro incinerate your entire defense force. I'm sure he is shaking in his ones and zeros. Guys, GG. GG. I am done. I'm gonna raid someone, and today was a fucking wash, dude. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get any good paces today, but that's the way the cookie shits. We did grind for about almost 4 hours here, as you can tell by the uptime. So I did put in a good day's worth of attempts, but I was being too much of a slaggy sausage. Exactly. I couldn't have. You took the words right out of my mouth, Beck. So yeah, let's find someone to raid. I'll raid Zingo. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. You're all very sexy and wonderful, and I'll catch you guys when I catch it tomorrow. Peace. Mwah.